should have had my Blackstone T-shirt on, but I'll
You
probably
don't have the
one
Blackstone? Come on, you got to get this on.
I got. You know what? Let me go grab it because Joe is going to be on, and I know Joe is going to have it on too. Let me grab it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a bad athlete.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you're in this singlet, you'll attract the gay audience more.
Maybe I get the Blackstone singlet. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I got Blackstone singlet. Yeah, I got the Blackstone singlet.
There you go.
Oh, and now we good to go, brother. How you been, brother?
Good. Is Joe also coming now, or?
Yeah. Joe Hopper. Oh, there's Robin now, and it's gonna be Joe. You know Robin Strand, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, Robin and Joe.
Gents.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Long time no see,
Robin?
man.
You good?
I know, bro. Hey, what's up? What's up, AJ?
You guys familiar with each other, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes. You're back on Instagram now, Robin. Are you?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
I got a new account. I have a new account. I wasn't able to get my old account back.
Damn.
What happened?
I was just disabled for whatever reason. Not entirely sure why.
Is it the peptide thing?
Maybe,
more than likely.
but I don't. But that wouldn't explain why I can't get it back. Because a lot of people are talking about peptides, so I don't exactly know why mine was permanently disabled. Yeah,
I think the more in depth you get and the more often you do it, they flag it a couple of times and then eventually it goes. That happened to my YouTube was demonetized for like a year, bro.
Yeah,
because and you can put it in the comments though. You can pin the comment, but you can't put it in the description. Anything, but like you said, everybody talks about peptides though. Like how do some people get away with it? Some people don't.
That's what I mean, right? So
what's up, Joe?
What up?
What's up, Joe?
Guys.
You guys are familiar, I'm sure. But yeah, it's like every video you see now is about peptides. But then a lot of people do lose their pages though, but not everybody. You know, they don't like you, Rob. They don't like me. But it's been a while since we talked to Rob. But what you been up to, man?
Yeah, not much, man. Besides that, just in the off season, and I've been doing continuing education in terms of trying to get my physiotherapy license and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing recently. Yeah,
fire. And then as far as last I heard, I remember you had like an injury, no?
Yeah, I had a bicep tear.
Damn.
Again?
Yeah, again. Yeah, another one.
How much
on the other side?
On the other side, yeah.
How many have you had?
2.
Oh, this is like it's something going around Canada. It's like a Canadian curse or something. Didn't that happen to Antoine?
Yeah.
This is
both his as well. His were both as well. So
don't train arms.
Was it on a curl?
It was on an incline curl. Yeah, on a preacher curl.
You see, so it's funny. Well, it's not funny for you, but I was just telling a client of mine that I don't know very many people that get away with doing that exact movement without tearing their bicep tendon. And how when you're loading the front, you're putting a lot of pressure on that front part of the tendon compared to when I do it. If I ever do them, I'll keep it here, like that, almost in the belly of the muscle instead of fully stretching.
You're right.
I've been, that load on the tendon is not meant to be like that.
Exactly.
That's how you get biceps like Joe. You keep the tension.
Watch Phil Heath.
Or you can do the full range like me and have biceps like me.
I was gonna say the only time I'll ever do full range of motion is if it's an incline, like where my arm is stretched this way, like back this way.
Yeah.
Or just straight up right here where I'm keeping it right here, but never in front.
Damn. You guys ever use the Arsenal preacher curl?
Arsenal.
The one just like
no.
Bro, no offense to Arsenal, they have some good leg equipment, but that shit is, it's a tenderizer, bro.
Is it a plate loaded one or a pin loaded or plate loaded? That one.
It's pin loaded, but the tension is so heavy at the bottom. It's the worst. I feel bad saying this, but it's the worst preacher curl I've ever used. Not because it's not smooth or anything like that. It's just there's so much tension on that range that you don't want it. it's not very good. Don't use that one. And from what I heard from Nathan, he said don't use the Panada curl, right? Panada preacher curl.
Yeah, I don't like that one. We have that one.
Yeah.
The Nautilus one is my favorite. The Nautilus preacher curl is the best in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm trying to get biceps like AJ. This dude. Anytime I see him mix a bodybuilder, I'm like, how is he bigger than all the bodybuilders? Like, what's going? You AJ?
No. One thing that you guys should be happy about is that in Norway, where I live, we have none of these machines you guys are talking about. We have bodybuilding gyms here in Norway are instinct. Like we don't have any of it. We get drug tested at the gym. You can just get stopped by the police in the gym. I've switched gym many times. So we don't have any type of. Norway is like the richest country in the world, but we don't have any bodybuilding. It's more like fitness, running and skiing, and so these luxury problems you guys got, you should feel blessed because we got nothing of that. So you guys got luxury problems talking about all these machines.
This is true. He's right.
So feel blessed because we don't have any of it.
He sounds like Zayd.
Problems.
He sounds Zayd.
He sounds like Zayd. That's what Zayd was saying. But I mean, it's true. We got number first world problems. So everything you do is free weights, basically.
Free weights and whatever machines we have, but I love free weights for myself. I really like it, and I really like the way Robin is training. I've seen all your new videos. The slow thing, I really like it. I've switched to that myself a little bit, and I think it's really cool. The way you're doing it is really motivational, Robin. When I look at your videos, I get really pumped, and it's really exciting to see. And I can see it works on you, so it's very motivational to see how you're training.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Shit, me and Joe would have scoffed at the slow training a couple years ago, but now we starting to slowly. Listen, if it doesn't happen by choice, it's gonna happen by just lack of choice, right? It's gonna just happen because you kind of have to, right? It's one of those things that eventually, man, you have to change the training, bro. Like I've noticed Joe's training is a bit different now as well, right?
I don't go that slow though.
No, I know.
Can't.
but a lot more control. I know what you mean. Like mentally, besides legs, if I'm doing a heavy hack squat, I just have to go slow, bro. I don't even have a choice at this point. Or like a heavy incline bench. I actually feel better on the free weight still on the incline bench, but it's pretty slow. But not by choice. If I have to go slow by choice, it's just mentally I can't handle it, bro. I don't know for some reason.
This guy here, Benoit, he was one of the guys that taught me about the slow and doing different types of tempos and maybe not being afraid to like switch things up sometimes. Whether or not using free weights, because even I think applying slow tempos to free weights is, you can build up some impressive strength that way, power control, stability, right? And then
Shire
maybe
does
you
that.
can be a little bit more explosive on machines in that case. I used to train like that a lot. I would always have a compound movement, like either a heavy, maybe I wouldn't do a slow on a heavy deadlift, but definitely for squats for a long time, I would do really slow eccentric squats with a barbell. Same thing with bench.
Yeah, Shire does quite a bit of free weight, but like really slow and controlled.
See, like when I train, I literally go by what my body's letting me do that day. So like sometimes I go a little slower, sometimes I go a little faster. It literally just depends on how I feel.
Yeah,
I don't marry one style.
Yeah, exactly. Because even if I'm going too slow all the time, I'll want to speed things up in order to get a better result. Because if I'm going too slow all the time, you just
I have a training video a little higher.
Fibers too.
Go up.
I was gonna say you don't post. You don't post
right
as much
there's one right there on the bottom. That one with the white shirt. Yeah.
Oh.
I think what Joe said about not being married to one specific style is probably the most important thing. to
Well,
understand
look how he's looking, Joe. Huh?
Yeah,
You look.
exactly.
Do you look at yourself now? Because when I see your Instagram, aren't you like 313?
The most I've stepped on the scale with some food in me was 318.
And
But
you're how tall?
5'8".
Huh?
Bro,
It's crazy, man. This is that Ronnie Coleman. He was 325 at 5'11.
but see, that's what people don't understand. Being 300 pounds at 6 foot is completely different from being 300 pounds at 5'8". It's two different. Because I don't know if you know, AJ, but me and Joe live in close areas, so right. So I used to try to like, how much you weigh, and then my weight would be the same as his, right? And I'm like, I don't look like that. Yeah, no shit, because I'm 6 foot, and I'm not fucking Joe, you know. So, but it's a completely different look, and I don't know if you've seen Joe in person. But whatever you see on video, it doesn't. You probably know this from other guys, other bodybuilders. The videos and pictures doesn't capture this amount of muscle. It just can't. It's not possible, right? Or condition and stuff. So in person, he's always leaner than he looks in videos. In videos, he don't look as hard as he is. He's harder and he's bigger than he looks. So the way he looks in the pictures right now, this is how he used to look in person 2 years ago. So now how he looks in person is just like, it doesn't even make sense, man. It's a different kind of ball game.
Because we don't see this before. Because I've been covering the sport for like 20 years now, and what he and like these guys are doing in this condition, I don't know what's going on, but there's something evolution going on, because the conditioning of these guys in this level, we didn't see that 10 years ago.
No. Okay, it's funny because I saw somebody who said that. Somebody said on a podcast, they're like, how come the guys 300 pounds now, they don't look how they used to? I want to say because they're lean. That's because it's weird, because it looks different when you have lines in your glutes at 300 pounds. It doesn't look like 300 pounds soft, you know? It's like I've been 290 like fat, and then 290 pretty lean. And it's weird, but you kind of look bigger when you're fatter. Like when 290 fat takes up more space, because fat isn't dense, right? It takes up more space. You don't look as good, but it looks different. Like if I posted a video of how much I weigh, and people were shooting under, because when you're leaner, unless you see it in person, that's what I'm saying. If you see a picture and I look lean at 290, you're gonna think I'm lighter, right? So whereas if you have more fat, you just look so full and round that it makes you look like you're bigger, but you're not actually bigger. You're just a little fatter, right? That's the truth, you know. So I don't know, but
so exciting, yeah. Because Joe can also the condition Joe brought last time on stage, so that makes it even more exciting, because we know he can get crazy shredded, huh?
Exactly, that's the difference, because the weight only matters if you can bring it on stage in condition. Yeah. So if you can't, then it's like, what are we doing here? You know. But
I don't know what happened. It was frozen. I was frozen, so I was like, I'm just gonna relog in.
So it's crazy, because as big as he was here, he's bigger now. You know. So that's impressive, man. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's a good look there. That's a really good look. Yeah,
man.
That's the look that when we look like that, Justin pretty much based my whole peak on that exact video.
Yeah.
I think I was like 3 weeks out.
Yeah. That's a really good look.
In some ways, it's like Justin is like living vicariously through him. Like he's like doing basically what Justin did, right? Like Justin's first year,
that's what Fuad said.
Yeah, because I remember like Justin comes out first year, he's like, that guy looks okay, cool, that guy's cool. And next year, like, what the fuck just happened? Who the fuck is this guy? And then that third year is like, oh, this guy's he's gonna just take over the sport, right? So that's Joe is in phase 2. It was like, oh, that guy's cool, big guy. Then it's like, what the fuck? Where does the guy come from? Right, and then this is that year. Like, this guy just looks. He just transforming like crazy. What the fuck? And then next year is gonna be like, oh. Well, I think he's gonna make the this year first of all. But I'm saying next year, I think it's gonna be like he's gonna be right into the mix. Honestly, right into the mix at the highest level. But one step at a time, right? So far, so good.
One step at a time.
Yeah,
good shit, Joe. Yeah. But Speaking of mass monsters, I saw. Damn, I don't even know. There's so many news pages now. I don't even know where I saw this. What news page should I bring up, AJ? Who got the most
Are we
pictures?
talking about Sergey, the Russian freak, or
Yeah, Sergey.
you can go to his own page probably, Sergey,
Okay, sir.
because this guy's next level.
Oh.
Sergey,
Yeah, he
Gey.
there we go.
There's the Danilo.
He's so lean though. That's the thing that kind of doesn't make sense.
There you can see that new. He's 350. What is he? 350?
This
I think
which
so.
one? Oh, it doesn't say here. I saw it somewhere. Where did I see it?
I think it
don't
was
know
a
where I
story
saw it.
of his, no?
Maybe. Let me see. I can watch stories, right? Oh yeah, it was this
Yeah,
one.
look
Yeah,
at this, yeah?
yeah. That's. He looks like he's like 6 weeks out still. I don't even understand how that works.
So
What
he had a
page?
hernia surgery, so he couldn't train for like 3 or 4 months after he won the show. So he came in after not training, not using anything other than testosterone, he said. Started very lean. He just started his off season. He's gaining like 20, 30 pounds right away in a couple of weeks. And okay, now we're looking at someone. Yeah, and
Nah, I didn't know what.
he's Russia's biggest bodybuilder, and he gets everything paid for. Everything is planned. You know, he has everything, the best of the growth hormone is paid for. He can choose as much growth as he wants. The food, the massage. He's like real athlete, you know. And he made 36 pounds of stage weight from last 36 pounds stage weight in 1 year.
Holy
That's
shit.
insane.
And he had crazy condition. But one thing, he beat Quentin. And Joe, you also beat Quentin.
Yeah.
It's just
And it
true.
was both were pretty close. No one really dominated, but it shows you that him and Joe, of course, they're different type of physiques. That's going to be a good matchup, hopefully, at the Olympia.
I think so.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? There was a time where this is what we wanted to see, right? We had the mass monsters in the 2000s, and we're like, what if we had mass monsters, but with a small waist, or like a controlled waist and stuff like that, right? Still had the taper at the waist, but 300-pounders, and now we got them. But the funny part is, people are always going to complain, right? Like nobody appreciates it till after the fact. So after these guys retire, then everybody's going to be like, "Wow, that was a crazy era," because I'm sure you remember. So when Phil Heath was at his prime, everybody was talking shit about him, right? It wasn't like he's narrow. Then we had the hernia. You look at his hernia. Same with Ronnie. Ronnie, oh my God, he had the 4-pack. His waist abs are distorted. It was all shit until the moment he retired. Ronnie's God. Phil retires. Phil's right, but while you're doing what you're doing, yeah, and it's this, so it's I always find it weird. People like us are different. Like we respect the sport, so we give props to everybody. But just like they're like just a regular fan, maybe like the casual fan, and some channels, some outlets maybe talk shit, but but yeah, the casual fan, I don't think they really understand what this sport takes and what these people go through and how insane it is to actually be 300 pounds ripped. It doesn't even make sense, bro. So at least we can appreciate this kind of shit, But I think everybody.
One thing I just want to put one thing. A little bit the difference though is that when Phil did his thing, he had a little. I liked him, but he had a little bit of an attitude that some people maybe didn't like. But today, you see a lot of people just bashing people, even if they're competing themselves or like small or like giving opinions on how to train. And that didn't happen before. Now everyone's an expert, even though they don't look good and they're still doing it. We didn't see that before.
This is true.
That's a little bit different because now people are telling Robin how to train and they still train. They look like shit and they tell Robin, you should do this. Or when they train and look like shit. So it's it's a different era now, and the guys gotta have thick skin now. It's I can only imagine how it is to be in a you guys are naked on Instagram and you got people picking. It's not easy, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I know everybody says like most people say, it doesn't bother me. And they're not lying because like it's not like they're at home crying on the toilet, right? So it's not bothering them that bad, but it's gonna bother you a little bit, like to some extent. Like the kind of I think it's calming down now, but what the hate that Derek was getting it was just not I think it was way too excessive. That's fine. You don't like his personality. That's fine. I think you don't have to like everybody, but the amount of the hate, I think, was just way too disproportionate. So I think that's just about unnecessary. But yeah, in a sport that you're judged physically like that, is gonna cut a little bit deeper, I think, than any other sport, right? In basketball players get critiqued too, but not to this extent. It's a little bit. It's more fair. You can say, well,
A
LeBron is
little
a
more
great player.
personal. Yeah.
Yeah,
A little more
LeBron is a
personal.
great player, but
It's
he
your
complains
body,
too
it's your
much.
genetics, it's stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, there's a soft spot when it comes to bodybuilders and the fans, because the fans are usually calling out the things that the bodybuilders are already self-conscious about. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
And then we don't get as much leeway, right? We've had basketball players literally punch the ref, punch the coach, choke the coach, right? If Martin slaps the phone, it was wrong, 100% wrong. I'm not saying it's obviously wrong. You shouldn't be slapping anybody's phone. But the way a bodybuilder gets treated by doing something. Imagine if you punched your coach, right? Imagine just
Because it gets
imagine you.
documented. It's because it gets documented, right? It's like if a bear shits in the woods, but like
Yeah, yeah,
if nobody has videos of it, it doesn't circulate and it gets forgotten about. But because of the
exactly.
way the media is, there's multiple videos on the same topic, and obviously it creates a buzz, right?
Multiplier. Okay, you
Yeah.
said Phil was known to have like a little bit of like cockiness, right? Compare that to like Muhammad Ali or Mayweather. It's not even close. In other sports, you can be cocky or Conor McGregor. Imagine if a bodybuilder acted like that. Phil was a fraction of that. He wasn't even close to that. But because we're like buff our bodies, you're already looked at like he thinks he's better than people, right? So bodybuilders don't get as much leeway as other athletes. You can be cocky in other sports and you get praised, right? Like
Yeah, there's a fine
nobody
line.
nobody hated Tyson. Tyson was that's not even cocky. That's like he's a different animal. But there's a lot of cocky athletes that it's almost cool to be cocky, right?
Mm.
But in bodybuilding, because you have the physique, you can't be cocky 300 pounds. No, it don't work that way. If Joe is out there talking like Conor McGregor, everybody's gonna hate Joe. They're gonna be like, fuck this guy. But
You can if
Conor,
you're winning. You can if you're winning. You can if you're winning.
I
If you back it up,
don't,
it's like then it becomes a little bit charming, and people tend to respect that. Like
I
when
don't know.
when Nick was saying that he was going to win, at first, of course, people are going to doubt you, but then when you actually do it, people respect you for the fact that you actually said you were going to do it and that you did it. So
Yes, I think it worked for Nick because he was the underdog at first. But
mhm.
somebody like Derek, who kind of never been the underdog, he went straight to the top. It doesn't work for not that he's. I don't think he's cocky.
I don't
Well,
think it fits. I don't think it fits his persona, but well, I
Who,
guess
who
it just
Derek?
has to be genuine. It just has to be genuine. It just has to be genuine. If that's the persona that you have, then people will rock with it. If people get behind you, but not everybody's gonna like you no matter what. You play the
this
good
is
guy, you
true.
play the bad guy. You can have fans, you can have haters. So I think it has
This
to
is
be
true.
genuine because I think what people don't like is when you pretend to be yourself and then the real self comes out and then people see that and then that's what they don't like, right? They'll
Yeah,
call you out
yeah,
on that. So
100%. Yeah.
be
So it's
yourself.
like,
Yeah, you just have to be yourself. Yeah.
so like, let's say I feel like Nick still has a lot more fans than haters, right? I think haters are loud, or haters are louder than fans, but I think Nick has a. I mean, he's the most popular American bodybuilder, right? I mean, I don't think anybody's more popular than him as far as Americans,
No,
right?
I don't think so.
Sebum isn't bodybuilding, but he's Canadian regardless. Well, Nick definitely had the most followers out of the right. I think so.
I think it does.
Yeah. Nick is more popular than Derek, and Samson is an American. Damn, who's American? He's more popular than Martin. Martin. Yeah, I think Nick is the most popular bodybuilder. So his fan base is real. The only thing is they're fleeting because I swear he has one good show. He's so loved. One bad show, and it's like, God damn, can't give him a break. It's just they jump the fence too much, and I think the real love is still there, but the hate is louder. But I will say this about Nick though: he's received so much backlash. I honestly think it doesn't bother him at this point. I think his skin is so calloused. I don't think any of it bothers him. If you say something good or bad, I don't think because I'm sure in the beginning it did, but bro, for the last 6 years, it's like been nonstop. So I think he's just like, whatever. I don't give a fuck at this point, So
at some point, yeah, probably.
You're doing something right if you got that kind of backlash, honestly.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Joe? Like, because you got like a lot of new fans and followers. Does it ever get like annoying, or is it mostly just this is great?
I think it's great, like because any sort of like attention or publicity is good publicity. It gets you out there. That I'll keep the hateful comments on my things. I don't get as many as Nick. I mean,
Yeah.
I highly doubt it because his following is so much bigger. But like, when I do get the negative ones, it sucks to see it because like, why do people feel the need to tell you you're gonna die in like the next 2 days and shit? Like, it's like, when they like though, I get way less of those compared to the amount of love I get. So it's kind of like I just keep them there for my algorithm, but at the same time, like,
well,
I don't hold on to it.
You definitely need some hate for your algorithm. Nothing. The most viewed videos I have is people in the comment section just going crazy, just fighting each other. And I don't even know. At some point, you can't keep on. Be like, I don't even know what's going on. You just
if you look at my number one pinned picture, it has over 2 million views and stuff, and it's like it's mostly hate. How I ruined my physique. I look way worse than I should have stayed the same. I just killed myself. Like all those things.
Yeah, I mean to get the views and following, you have to take some hate. There's no way around it, But like what Robin said, Joe is extremely genuine, right? I think people can see through the covers, right? Because like you said, the true you is gonna leak out every once in a while, like nah, I don't want to say it, but like you'll catch the truth.
I know what you want to say too.
every here and there. Like, I mean, like I'm pretty genuine, but every once in a while I slip up and you'll see I'm not as nice as no, but yeah, so Joe is so genuine that you can't be mad at somebody who's always themselves because this is who they are. You take it or leave it, right? So Nathan D'Asha, people don't say, "Oh, I don't." He's so what's the word I'm looking for? He's so what's the word when you have a strong personality? Nobody says that because we know how Nathan is. So right, nothing he says, we're gonna be like, "Oh wow, I can't believe Nathan said that." We know who he is, so you can't dislike somebody if they show you who they are. You take it or leave it. Right, so
Speaking of Nathan, honestly, dog, like he can say anything he wants because I can't understand what he fucking says. I've literally listened to videos where I'm like, I have to try to really listen. Like, man, this motherfucker talks so fast. Like, how the fuck?
Have you been on a podcast?
I would be nervous to have a conversation with him. Honestly, I'd be super nervous.
Wait, have you been on a podcast with him?
No, I don't believe I have. I? No, I don't think so. Maybe.
He's trying to speak proper English. He can speak both ways. He's trying to speak proper English when he sounds like that. When he's not trying to, you definitely can't understand him.
He has a similar tone as AJ, but he just talks way faster. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, really fucking fast.
I can understand AJ completely though. Like the accent
That's
is
why.
thick. Yeah,
I was tripping out. I'm listening to him. I'm like, this is Nathan put on slow mode.
but I feel like if AJ's around his friends, we probably can't understand me very much, right? If you're talking to your friends,
Yeah, no.
you're probably
do you
No,
slow it down on purpose?
He's from Liverpool, Nathan. So that's a part of England that's really, it's completely different. It's not proper English, you know? It's a dialect.
Mhm.
And it's very hard to understand. It's Liverpool. It's their own dialect, you know? It's really hard to understand. And he talks super fast on top of the dialect.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
he
impossible.
uses like slang and stuff, so it's like
Yeah.
it's all over the place. I was on a podcast with him, Xavier, and Stu. I can tell Stu couldn't understand. Stu couldn't understand anything he said. Oh man, but AJ, you speak Norwegian? I would assume.
Yeah, but mostly my work is English anyway.
What other languages do they speak in Norway, or do you
Nothing.
speak? Oh, but you're Jamaican descent, like you have
So
Jamaican.
I'm from I'm born in Jamaica, moved to Norway when I was like 8, 9 years old.
Oh, so do you speak the patois, the Jamaican patois?
Patois. No, not really, because
Oh
we
yeah.
moved to UK first, and then
Oh,
to
okay. All right.
just the regular slangs, but not. I think I've been in Jamaica like 4 times since I moved. You know, just for vacation and giving people money.
So yeah, so your accent is just a Norwegian accent, right?
Yeah,
Mostly. Okay, good.
I know.
Yeah, but Robin, you speak French? Or no, you're not from that. You're not from that. You're not that north. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oui.
You
Yeah,
speak Joe speaks Spanish?
See.
It's funny. I saw before I was like, Joe's Mexican. He's like, kind of, a little bit Mexican, a little bit.
Give or take. Depends on the day.
If y'all saw Joe, y'all would think he's white, right?
I think I'm white.
for sure. Yeah, he is white.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I definitely look the part.
All right, we got Arnold's coming up. Oh, can I say? Is it Arnold or Arnold's? That's
how many are
age old debate. Age old debate. Arnold. That sounds
Arnold
weird.
Classic. Okay, so that's just pretty simple because it's the Arnold Classic. But if you're going to the Arnold's. That's fine.
Arnold's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to the Arnold's? Yeah, bro. I'm going to the Arnold's.
Yeah.
Are you going to the Arnold? I guess so, but you probably think about it for a second.
All right. So, do y'all think Hattie can bring his best or close to his best with his? I mean, I don't. I highly doubt he can ever go back home. I don't think he's going to go back to Iran. So basically, I don't want to call it whether he's on the run or he's at this point.
One thing, why wouldn't he be able to go back to Iran? First of all, why wouldn't he be? First of all, there is we don't know what's happening in Iran. King Kamali has said some words. The people that run the government now, they've been running it for, I don't know, is it 40 years? So why wouldn't he be able to go back? I don't understand. Why? Who's going to kill him? For what?
Well, but he denounced that he supports the leader. Let's call him that.
Did he really though?
In his post, kind of.
Post was very cryptical, and it didn't say much of anything, to be honest.
Which is smart because you don't want to say too much. So it's like both ends. Like the people. I gotta be honest. I don't think the people can hurt him. Well, they could, but it's less likely, obviously, right? As long as he's on good side with the government, he'll be fine because they'll keep him safe. He'll be fine. I think the only potential issue if he has a problem with the government because of the post. But like you said, the post was cryptic. I don't know how they're gonna take it, and it was a translation. So I don't know translation right though.
Because we don't know much, to be honest. I follow a lot of the news. There's a lot of Iranians here in Norway that they got their exile from many years ago from Iran because they were Christians, so they got allowed to leave and things like that. So there's a lot of immigrants all over the world, and they're against the regime. And their information is not, maybe we don't know the real story, yeah? Because we don't get the real news. We get the news from people outside the country. So I don't know what's right or wrong. I just don't know we have enough facts to be saying he can't go home and he can't do that. And because who knows?
We don't, yeah. The fact that he hasn't been home in a while, it could just be because of the visa, because he didn't want to, right? But I could see the potential for him not being able to go home. I hope he can, because okay, if he's really in danger, well then his entire family would be in danger. So that would kind of be a lose-lose, right? But hopefully that's not the case. But there's still a lot of drama, right? Do you think this amount of stress is gonna potentially stop him from being his best?
No.
No?
No.
You don't think so? You think Hattie is that guy?
Hattie is so consistent. Like, it doesn't seem that anything in life phases him.
I agree.
Because I'm sure this isn't the only thing in his life that has happened. Obviously, maybe on this scale it's pretty big, but like, I mean, I can't tell you a prep that I haven't gone through where some shit hit the fan. So it's like, same with him. It doesn't seem to phase him.
Yeah.
You don't think this is a little bit different, like a little bigger? But no? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Not for Hattie,
Yeah.
I feel like.
I feel
like he's a little different,
He's very focused. I mean, all this money on the line and shit, like he's done it more than once. Like this is how he provides for his family. Like, so he doesn't want to go back. Like, this is just another thing to rack up way for him to get the fuck out. So if he doesn't want to go back.
I would agree as long as there's no, like, this having caused changes with the actual prep, right? Let's say if Hani was helping him and then Hani's no longer helping him. Let's say him staying with Hani was a big reason why he looked the way he did from living with him. And now that, he could be hiding in his basement, Hani's basement for all we know. So he could still be living with him. But the news is that, like AJ said, we don't really know the real news. But the news is that he's not staying with Hattie, right? So with Hani, I'm sorry. So let's say if he's not staying with Hani, and Hani has been helping him, like let's say last year, and a big part of the look is him staying with him, then I think it can affect his look. But not because like the stress, but the actual prep. If that's affected, then I think that potentially, but shit, he can look better.
If Hani was really helping him for this whole time, then yeah, it may affect him.
Yeah.
But the videos we saw,
maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
The videos we saw 7 weeks out, 5 weeks out, the condition from the front, we don't see the issues, which is the hamstrings, and from the back, we saw the legs were down a little bit at the Olympia, and his conditioning from the front is way better than the back. So what we saw 5 weeks out looks completely to me just like Hattie. Great. And is he going to start fading all of a sudden 5 weeks out on the show?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, Hattie, he's always ready, so he doesn't have to really get ready, right? And maybe without Hattie, he won't have to do cardio, and he'll look even better.
Well, honestly, bro, like you think about it, like even if he came in the same as he did the Olympia, like who's gonna beat him? He took second in the world, like, and the conditioning wasn't that amazing from the back, so. Andrew's. I don't have Andrew beating him. I honestly don't have Andrew. I have Hattie winning in my bet.
Okay, if Hattie is the same and Andrew is slightly better, you still have Hattie winning, or would you have Andrew winning then?
Slightly better in what manner? Like conditioning wise, like size wise? Because I don't think Andrew can beat Hattie without the conditioning.
Yeah,
from the back, like. Hattie's conditioned enough from the back to be someone like Andrew who can never really get that peeled from the back. At least hasn't proven it.
I don't think I don't think Andrew's ever gonna be completely peeled from the back, like stripped out. I don't think that's gonna be the case. But I don't think he has to. I don't think he has to.
But
I
do
think
you
if
think
he,
Andrew was willing to fix his posing either? Because I don't see him fixing his posing. Because like Andrew gives himself so many more holes than he actually has. Hattie knows how to fucking pose.
he does, he does.
So if you're not going to improve your physique, you got to improve the posing. If you're not willing to do that, you're not going to place any higher. Like ask someone like Hattie who's got it all locked down.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah, I think if Andrew comes with the same exact conditioning, 10 pounds heavier, and poses his side poses better, I think he can be Hadi actually.
Yeah, if he can come a little bigger and learn how to pose where he's covering those holes, yeah, he will be someone like Hattie. But until he's willing to do that or show that, I wouldn't bet on it.
So you're saying he will be 10 pounds bigger than the he's I saw him in Romania live. It was incredible. He dominated a weaker lineup, but it's not a weak lineup, but it wasn't Olympia level, the other guys. But he's prepped since October. I don't know. When was Olympia? November?
Yeah. October. I don't remember.
So he's prepped since August to now. Are you saying he's going to add 10 pounds of muscle during this long prep to now? Is that possible?
I think for Andrew it is.
You really?
I think so. I think for Andrew it is because he's been doing it since he's been a pro. He hasn't had breaks, and he's added probably 50 pounds of muscle. I think he's like Samson. It's like the more they compete, I think they actually get better. This is not normal though. This is not. I think most people know, but I think Nigerians can.
No, I think he can. I think he beat Hadi at the Olympia for me. So I prefer Andrew over Hadi at the Olympia because of aesthetics and size. And I see the side shots is an issue. Like Joe is, I don't know if it's the side shots you say about posing, Joe.
Yeah, it's mainly the side shots.
The side shots for me is an issue, but I see him as a more beautiful aesthetics and a lot more size than Hadi, and condition front to back from Andrew is very similar. It's not like he's harder from the front and softer from the back. So
he is, but not when he's in shape. It's not that bad.
So if Hadi comes the same and Andrew comes a little bit, even if he's the same, I can see those placing switch.
Well,
I'll be honest. I want Andrew to win, but if you ask me to bet, I have Hadi.
There's more ifs in Hadi. I agree with AJ actually. Don't quote me, but I think Andrew will beat Hadi in finals. That's what I heard. I don't look at the scorecards, but that's what I heard. Is that true? Did anybody else?
Because Hadi beat Derek for the finals.
Oh, okay.
So Derek won pre-judging.
I'll put that. Okay. Yeah. While I was watching, I had Andrew in second, but then that's where the subjectivity comes in bodybuilding, right? But the judges have subjectivity too, just like us. They're people too. And I actually think I know Tyler prefers that kind of physique. He prefers like a more aesthetic kind of physique. And
why is Derek and Hadi always top two the last 5 years? If that's true,
well, because they didn't have Andrew didn't have enough muscle back then, and then Samson didn't have enough condition. But once Samson had just barely enough condition, they did give it to him. Same when Samson beat Nick. You could argue Nick was the better bodybuilder, but Samson was just hard enough. One could argue he wasn't hard enough, but he still got the nod. Whereas the way it used to be judged with some of the previous judges, that wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have Samson beat a Nick that's in way better shape and potentially more muscular even, So I think there's a little bit more leeway. I've heard Steve said that they're not looking for the most shredded guy, which is kind of evident, right? Because the most shredded guy was probably Sasan Arati, So it's like So they're not necessarily looking for the most shredded guy. I think they want enough condition with like the perfect physique. And I think Andrew's condition is starting to get to enough condition. He's not going to beat Derek from the back. He's not going to beat Hattie from the front as far as condition. But I think he can beat both of them, you know, overall.
Well, remember, bodybuilding is about averages within the boxes checked, right? So, like, your conditioning doesn't have to be the best to check off the other boxes. So, say all the other ones are up here, she's down here, then the other guy has one high, and then the rest are lower. You're gonna give it to the guy that checked off the higher percentage boxes.
Well, so people don't get that because let's say Andrew wins the Olympia next year, right? Or this year. Everybody's gonna say, "Oh, the judges changed the criteria," and it's like, well, no, because the better shape always beats the bigger guy if they have enough muscle and condition. The only issue is that Flex really didn't have enough muscle and condition, right? Dexter Jackson didn't have enough muscle. Like a lot of these guys, they just didn't have enough muscle. Well,
that's why Ronnie was untouchable.
Exactly. But if Dexter would have put on 40 pounds and still come in shredded, then he would have beat you know what I'm saying? So it's like once Samson got big enough, and condition you could argue arguable, I guess. But if you let's put it like this: if you match the mass monster in condition and size, of course you're gonna beat him. If you have the aesthetic. So the aesthetics always is rated, but you can't just say, well, I'm aesthetic, I won. No, you also have to have the muscle as well. It's only an advantage if you have the others close enough. So I think people misconstrue that, why they keep changing ways. It's like they're not changing it. It's just that this year it was enough. It just, so I think Andrew is finally getting big enough and hard enough, to be able to win, and that's why it's getting close. But obviously if you're shorter, you fill out faster. So Derek and Hattie got there before the tall guys, but the tall guys, they're getting there. They're getting there, So that's why usually the perfect height for bodybuilding is somewhere in between, like a 5'8". Right, Joe?
Solid. I always tell people, I love my height because of bodybuilding, and every fucking gym I go to, no matter what piece of equipment I fit in or I go in, I fucking fit in it perfectly where it hits just right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
How tall are you, Robin?
5'11".
Oh yeah, it's getting, but you got pretty good proportions though. You don't look lanky at all.
Not too bad.
No,
he's not too
bad. Very well.
Yeah. You want to not you don't want people to be able to tell you're tall, right? Like I remember Steve Kuklo. I'm like, you couldn't tell he's tall until he stands next to people because the proportions were really good. So that's always the goal, But somebody like
people
Samson,
are always so surprised when I say I'm 5'8". They don't believe it. And then I don't know. I've measured myself, so I know I'm 5'8". But
what they think?
I guess they think I'm at least 5'9", 5'10". When they see me. I know it's only a 1 or 2 inch difference, but that makes the difference. It's like 10 pounds per inch.
You know why that is? Because you actually look taller to me too, but that's because everybody else is lying. Because you're actually 5'8". Most 5'8" guys say they're 5'9", 5'10".
Now when you're 300 pounds, it sounds way cooler.
Exactly. But the reason is, it's like when a girl says she's 6'1" and she's taller than all the guys, right? Because she's actually 6'1", whereas the 6'1" guys are like 6 foot or 5'11", right? So I've noticed that. So it's like, but Joe with actual no shoes on, a real 5'8", so that he presents taller. But it's like in bodybuilding, nobody's 5'11" or 5'10". You go from 5'9" to 6 foot. It's just you skip all of that, So
I used to be 5'9", bro. I don't know what the fuck happened to that inch. In high school, I was 5'9". I don't know where the fuck it went. And one day I went. Paul measured me, and it was 5'8" and 3 centimeters. What the fuck? Then I went to the doctor later on sometime and it said 5'8". No fucking shit. I really did lose that in.
I'm not gonna measure myself.
Smith squats.
That's what it is.
It is after a really heavy set of
Smith
squats.
See, I'm not gonna measure myself anytime soon because I have a feeling that I might not be 5'11" anymore. I don't want to come to terms with that, you know. I don't want to come to terms with that. I don't want to come to terms with that. But I mean, I guess it's a flex. I'm like, yeah, I'm 290, but I'm only 5'10", you know. So it's pretty big. You know? Yeah. All right, so everybody had. So me and AJ got Andrew winning.
I would prefer that over Hobby, and I think, but
Whoa.
Take it easy.
Slow the fuck down.
no, but also I'm not counting out Martin completely because he beat Samson. I've seen, I have him. I have him on my Instagram. He posts. You know when you are on Friends with this green thing on Instagram? yeah. Are you on it with Martin?
Oh, let me check. Let me check if Martin fucks with me. I hope he does.
There he posts all his updates leading into the show. So I've seen his
shit! I didn't know this.
Yeah, so he's posting his full maybe every other day on his Instagram. You know this friend thing. I don't know what it means. That I can see it at least. Yeah. So full updates. He's bigger than he was at the Olympia and Prague, and the conditioning is slightly better. He's not behind at all. At all. He said this is the hardest prep of his life, and everything is going the body response how it should be. And he said he's going to be up a good 5 pounds up since Prague.
Wait, if this is green, if the following is green, does that mean I'm a close friend?
Yeah.
I think that means that. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye now.
So you don't even look at his stories then, I see?
Well, then now
You're off the close friends list. You are no friends.
Hopefully he doesn't take me off. Because every time I see a picture now, I'm going to show it on the podcast. I'm like, look at more.
You expose him.
So his mindset is to win this show, huh? It's not to come third.
It should be. I mean, if you beat Samson, he should. Somebody sent me a random text, a random DM, right? And he was talking about Martin. Let me see. Talking about.
Well, I mean, if Martin wins the Arnold, that's huge for him. That's huge for him. You know, like I think we were all dreaming of that for ourselves, right? Me and Joe, Beatty, AJ. I don't know if you're still living that dream, baby, but
this guy messaged.
Robin, I've seen things that I never thought I would see the last 4 or 5 years is happening, man. So you guys should never doubt yourself out because shows are like no one thought Samson could beat Nick. No one thought like this Russian guy now could come in and win it. Come on, winning 2 shows, open shows right away.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's they hyped Quinton to win to be guaranteed Mr. Olympia. Joe comes in, beats him in the first try. So I'm just saying now bodybuilding is Derek Lunsford now he won the Olympia with some the chest, the arms, the waist at the show still won, meaning anything could happen, huh?
Yeah, things change all the time. New shows. I heard there's going to be a new Canadian pro show coming next year. Yeah, so you know what I mean. Things change every year. New guys come in, other guys come out.
There's a new Canadian show. I met the promoter in Romania, and he's bringing a new open bodybuilding show in Canada this year.
Yeah. Steve. So
they need it. They need it.
They do need it. We do.
Yeah.
There was a time where nobody would have believed Samson could even beat Nathan D'Asher. Remember that UK show? Correct. And they were like. There were a couple people saying, "Oh, be careful, Samson can." And I'm like, "There's no way Samson beat Nathan. What are you talking about?" And he didn't, but it was kind of close. And now that's like Samson literally was Mr. Olympia, right? So you'll be surprised.
A handful of guys that nobody even was talking about, and then they come and they won shows.
Yeah.
I can't even remember some of their guys' names off the top of my head, but Sergey was one of them.
Of course,
Rubiel. Rubio got trolled for being lazy and Instagram famous, and he won 2 pro shows.
This is true. Yeah. That's wild, you know.
Yeah.
Beat Berus at the Olympia, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So Berus was actually last, no? Or no? What was
not last, but he was way behind. Yeah.
Wasn't Rubio almost last?
No, Rubio.
No. They were like 12, maybe.
12.
No, Jordan was 12.
Let me check.
So maybe 13. I don't know, somewhere in there. But somebody messaged me, DM me. They said if you're counting Martin out, you're making a mistake.
Even Jordan's another good example.
Jordan's a great example.
Yeah, when I met Jordan at Chicago, he was like disappointed that he didn't make the top call out. Then he ended up making the top call out, and then next year he's winning 2 shows. It's just
crazy how that goes.
It's hard to predict. It's hard to predict sometimes, you know, but the potential is always there, man. You know,
the conversation where bodybuilding is not at its peak is a bullshit conversation. Bodybuilding is the best it's ever 100%. Been. Like, to be able to say that's how high the level of competition is. And maybe we don't have a Ronnie Coleman, but we have a lot of people that are getting pretty fucking close to just being really fucking good. So
but when we had
Olympians,
when we had a Ronnie and we had a Phil, everybody hated it because it was boring and predictable, right? So now that we don't, can we not continue to hate it for no reason? You know?
Yeah. Wouldn't you? I mean, if you look at like, okay, they talk about one guy reigning, right? That means everyone behind them was the ones that are like the Olympians now. Like all those guys were interchangeable. Those guys would swap places and shit. It's just that without Ronnie or Phil. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You guys have taken the dedication to a higher level. Back in the day, I remember because I was still young enough to see them because I started following bodybuilding when I was like 10 years old. So when I see the legends and all this, they were partying in the off season. Huh? They didn't have no Tupperware with them. There were no. I asked the guys, "What were you guys using with gear? Whatever we can find." You know, like what the hell? They didn't even have a plan for some of it. You know what I mean? Like now you can ask 20-year-old. There's no partying. The food is always there. Training is always there. There's no like out and doing crazy shit and getting arrested every day. And, you know, it's completely different when it comes to professional, just like basketball, just like every sport. Everything is more professional. So obviously the level is going to, of course, it's going to be higher. It's not even
because back then, basically, most people did it wrong. So the best genetics separated themselves. That's why there was such a big difference between like the top 5 and then everybody else, because the guys didn't even have an off season, right? So for you to be the best, you was just better genetically, pretty much. But now, because everybody's so on point, you might not have the best genetics, but you still found a way to continually 5 pounds a year, 5 pounds. Jordan did that, 5 pounds, 5 pounds, 5 pounds, 5 pounds. Boom.
Good.
What the fuck? Yeah. He didn't come out of nowhere. He's been putting on a little bit every year, you know? So back then, if, you know, that wasn't a thing. It was like either you just had it no matter what, or you just didn't have it, right? Chad said that year Ronnie made all those gains, he just had off season. He weighed his food out. And I'm like, wait, Ronnie wasn't weighing his food? Well, go watch his videos. He was eating out. Like he was out.
Like, right? What did he do differently? Nothing. He just did it for longer. He just did it for another year, another 2 years.
That's the thing, though. Even from the food to the training knowledge, you're seeing people actually like. So, say the judges give you feedback on, hey, you need to bring your back up or your legs or whatever the fuck they're going to bring up, and these guys are actually improving because they know how to train compared to just like, well, I'm gonna train harder and everything else that grows just keeps growing. So you don't fucking fix what the imbalance is.
No.
So actually knowing how to train now is a big deal, which why you guys see improved physiques over time compared to just the other guys just shining more and more and more doing the same shit.
100%. Yeah. You'll be like, hey, Johnny Jackson, you got to bring up your legs. You know what? I was doing 5 plates for 10. I'm gonna do 5 plates for 15. It's like, you know, it's a good idea, but at some point you got to be like, nowadays the dude would be like, you know what? Squats aren't for me. Maybe I'm gonna do some hack squats, right? Maybe I'm gonna. But back then it would just be more. Fuck it, I'm gonna just
That's what
training
I'm
more.
saying. Like, not taking away from the work ethic, but the
Yeah,
training knowledge itself
it's different.
is elevated. It's a different realm now, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. So as long as you had the genetics, you just do more and more and more. Well, then if everything
It's
goes kind
running.
of even, exactly. That's
That's Ronnie Coleman.
basically what it is. You know, it's the same with Jay. More volume, more weight, more food, and he just kept growing, and he was balanced enough to win the whole shit. You know.
Mm.
All right.
It
Yeah.
is similar to other sports though, because it's like those guys that do take the off season seriously across the board. Even if you take gifted athletes in football, soccer, hockey, whatever, still the guys that maybe aren't as good and aren't as gifted naturally, if they're putting in the work year round in the off season on their own, then they come back and play, they're going to catch up to those kids and eventually pass them. That's kind of
Yeah.
what happens in bodybuilding too, right? So at some point it's consistency and dedication. That's the name of the game, right? So if you can't do that, you can't be a good bodybuilder. So
Everybody wants to get there the fastest, but if you've actually been following the sport for a while, you'll notice that it's not about who gets there the fastest. It's about who can continue to do it at a high level for the longest, right?
yeah, it's about who can actually get there, period. Never mind the fastest, just get there, period. Regardless of how
Exactly.
long it takes, because it takes everybody different lengths of time.
Exactly. So the people that get there the fastest never last. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna call names, but if you watch the people that just zoom and get there, they actually don't last. The ones that last are the ones that just kept getting better, just kept getting better. It wasn't like this boom, because usually that boom they just stop, right? They like boom and then everything stops, right? Dexter came into the league. He was losing to Chris Cormier and Dennis James, and boom, boom. Then he starts beating them. Then he starts losing to Victor Martinez and Jay, and boom. Then he starts to beat them. They're like, what the fuck? Then he starts losing. It's like he kept outdoing people. He stayed there so long that he would find a way to beat people that were beating him somehow. It's like,
Yeah.
and he stayed there longer. He started in the 90s, and he stayed there longer than people who started in the 2000s. How the fuck do you do that? And he find a way to beat them anyways. It's like, it's just crazy.
Remember
when you
his
think about it.
last show at the Arnold? He actually beat Big Ramy at age 49. Or can you beat a prime Big Ramy at age 50 with a standing ovation at the Arnold?
Crazy. It doesn't. It's insane.
Crazy. And then they screw him and they gave Bonac the victory. Should have gave it to him for just for like. But no. But can you imagine beating a 34-year-old Big Ramy in his peak? Well, 36, 37 Big Ramy at how Dexter was probably 218, 215 pounds, age 50, beating a 300-pound mass monster in his peak. That's crazy. Yeah.
You know how they used to have like the weights, like at the Olympia, they would be like 5'8", 250. Dexter was 250 in the off season. He was not 250 on stage. He wasn't even close. I'll tell you that right now. I think he was actually closer to 220. But it doesn't fucking matter. Nobody cares. It's what you bring. So it's one of those things. But I was just about to say, I said somebody DM me, said, if you're counting out Martin, if you're counting Martin out, you're making a mistake. I don't know why he felt to tell me that, but where did the narrative come in that people are counting out Martin? I don't believe anybody's counting out Martin.
Maybe he's the only one saying that, but then people hear that and you get on board.
But I don't think I've seen anybody besides maybe Muscle Discord say counting out Martin. I think everybody is like other than like I guess Hattie and Derek, and even them. We believe Martin could beat them if everything lines up, or like eventually he's going to beat all of them eventually. But even right now, I think everybody thinks that Martin can win any show. Am I wrong? I think everybody believes that personally.
I think a good Martin, or what he did in Prague, would win even a better version of that. Obviously, like he should be better. Could win this Arnold or whatever. I just think that unlike Hattie, Martin does let the emotions kind of take over a little bit. And I think that could hurt someone like Martin.
I think that actually hurts him on stage to a point.
That's what I'm saying. The presentation when he walks out, Martin's the kind of person that I don't know him like that. So I'm just speaking on what I see, how he's done in the other shows where something's gone on, where like he gets in his head, seems like, and it affects his presentation and stuff. So if he doesn't let whatever the hell is going on in the media or in his own head with the media, then yeah, he has a hell of a chance to win something like that.
Yeah.
Because I think after Andrew won Romania, they started with this, Andrew's going to dominate the Arnold. He's going to win the next Dexter Olympia. That's what people were saying. That's what the news outlets were saying. Then Hattie had this situation, we don't know. It was all Andrew talk. And then no one really talked about Martin, remember? He wasn't really in the mix. Then he kind of distanced himself from the media. So when you distance yourself from the media, you know the media, I'm part of the media, but I'm not really like them in all things. So they stick together, and if they feel disrespected, they start talking about it. And they start talking about bad news. I'm not going to go into which channels, but you probably see he's not in shape, or he's going crazy, or he slapped the phone, or he did this. And so Andrew. And all of a sudden, Martin's not posting any updates. And he says all media is trash. Then the hate started to come up again. And so I think people just forgot that he is in the mix. And also when I have votes in my stories, I used to do who's going to win. And I have thousands of voters, and it is Andrew by 3-4% over Hattie. And Nick and Martin are like pretty similar all the way down to third and fourth. So maybe he feels a little bit disrespected because he did beat Samson. So maybe he feels that he should be in the mix, in the conversation, yeah?
I think a lot of people make their decisions based on what has happened, the most updated version of it. So, like, if he just placed fifth at the Olympia and Andrew and Hattie were in front, I think most people would not necessarily count him out, but not have him winning a show that these guys are already ahead of him. Unless Martin comes in better than he did at the Olympia. But I think anybody would bet on the first or Hattie. I think anybody's going to put Hattie and then Andrew as a betting man. I think anybody would do that just based on statistics. So, like, if you get upset about that, I mean, I don't understand why, because it's like, okay, well, you're asking us to bet on your work ethic and your heart and your desire to be great. But these guys have statistically proven something outside of where you're feeling internally. Like, so it's like, fuck, man. Like, I like to think I'll be Mr. Olympia, but no one's going to fucking be like, yep, show's going to do it.
So that part of it, I agree with. As far as predictions, I think it's totally fair to put people ahead that already beat him. But I can see the point of view that he doesn't get hype, right? Because he beat Nick, but Nick actually gets more hype than Martin still, right? But also Nick does post a lot, right? So
Martin does get hype. He just hasn't gotten hype to win the biggest show yet, or the biggest shows. So, like, people had Martin beating Nick going to the Olympia.
Yes. Some people did, but I guess let me put it like this: what if Nick would have beat Samson? I think he would have got a lot more press than Martin did. You know,
the thing with Samson. The thing that's shitty about this is that wasn't the best Samson.
No, it's
not. And Samson, I don't believe is on a decline. I think he just fucked up. Just kind of like how Nick missed and Samson missed. So it's kind of like, I know he didn't get his roses for that, but again, like, based on what we've seen, I think Samson's had a really bad showing. And we're seeing the repercussions of that. Like, he's going to be a better Samson the next time we see him. I highly doubt he'll make that mistake again. So it's kind of like, I just think it's kind of like, okay, Jay Cutler beat Ronnie Coleman, but he beat not the best version of Ronnie Coleman. And he says that himself.
He knows.
So it's kind of like, so Jay's not going to sit around and say, I'm the best Mr. Olympia of all time because I beat the best Mr. Olympia of all time. No.
That's true.
Well, he still holds Ronnie at that pedestal because he knows. So that's kind of how I kind of make it make sense in my head.
You can't put any of your self-worth in who the media hypes anyways. Right?
Exactly.
Because it doesn't matter. And the best way to get back at people, don't even let them know what bothers you. Just prove them wrong.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what I'm telling you, he's done that. But that's all you have to do. You have to just continue to do that, right? Because nobody thought he was gonna beat Samson, even though it wasn't the best Samson. Most people still didn't have a beat Samson. So far he's proven himself quite a bit, but you just have to continue doing that. I feel like you just do it, and that's all that needs to do. I think when people know it bothers you, they start to maybe act funny.
Bro, people are naturally fucking bullies, bro. It happens in childhood. You see who you can get away with picking on, and then you're fucked. Like that's what happens.
So true.
So, like, I mean, shit. Like, I remember when I did my 2 shows, we were seeing how like on all the news channels or whatever, I wasn't nobody. I wasn't gonna let that affect me. I'm like, like I'm the one doing it. Like I'm the confidence comes from you.
Yeah.
Like you have to believe in yourself. Fuck with they don't know what they're talking about. Just like Martin can look at this, and my opinion doesn't mean shit because it doesn't. He's the one who has to prove himself, like to himself.
Yeah. When we would mention your name and being like in the top call out for Tampa and Texas, people would kind of just okay, like nobody. It didn't mean anything to anybody at the time, but like all you have to do is just prove it. And then now everybody else is going to throw your name in there, right? Because people have to see it to believe it. I think more than anything. Now, if he does beat Andrew, it's going to change everything, right? Let's say Martin beats Andrew at the Arnold. It's going to be like, okay, we got you.
Yeah,
we got you.
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what he
beat
can do.
a 4th place Samson at the Olympia. That's who he beat. He didn't beat the Olympia or Mr. Olympia Samson in 2024.
Yeah. Now, can he beat the 2020-24 Samson in the next couple of years? I mean, possibly.
It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah,
talking about checking off boxes.
Yeah, like, he's got it all.
Boxes.
I actually think people believe in Martin, but I think they believe in him at the rate that he's going, which is a realistic rate. I think we all know that he's inevitable. Right? I mean, there's no way around it. He's improving. He's younger than everybody. He's inevitable. So I actually think I would really hope that Martin can feel the love as well and be like, you know what? I am that guy, and people know I'm that guy. Even if they don't have you beating them yet, they believe in you. Just trust that they believe in you. It doesn't matter who the fuck are we. But I think the media. I think everybody does believe in him more than he knows.
I mean, I think everybody on this panel right now can say that Martin has everything that he needs to become a Mr. Olympia. Like, not
for sure.
Not. We're not saying top 3 the highest. We're saying he could be Mr. Olympia. That's the best compliment you can fucking get. That means yes, it's a potential. But that just means what you're doing is working. Keep going, and maybe you're gonna get to that point where. That perfect fucking day, you're gonna make it happen, just like fucking Derek did, just like Samson did it.
Yeah.
So no one's counting him out. It's just again, we're going on bets. Fuck it, I'm on my money on fucking Iran right now.
Hey, put Martin next to Derek. He's not that far off, man. He's really not. It's a game of inches. He's not that far off. Put him next to Derek. I mean, there's a lot of shots that I prefer Martin in. I mean. If I'm being honest, kind of similar, and there's some similarity there actually, but it's not that far, man. It's not that far. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, we all are gonna put our money on. If we have to put money, we're gonna put money on Hattie, but we all want Andrew to win.
No. I'll put my money on Andrew or Martin.
Oh.
Yeah. We need something to happen. And remember, Nick Walker and Martin. That's the real battle, huh? Remember what happens if Nick Walker comes in with his waist fixed like it's usually, not like it was at the Olympia. It was really distended. If he can just fix like Norway normally is. Remember Pittsburgh, huh?
That was good. I thought that was a good Nick.
It was
So that was
fantastic.
I still, I've said this on like 50 fucking times, but I still had Nick beating Derek.
I think most people did. Hey, but
And that's a crazy battle right there with him and Martin right there, huh?
Yeah.
How many of y'all think Nick's best look was Pittsburgh versus the Arnold in 2021?
I personally like Pittsburgh. I've seen them both. I've looked at them several times, and I'm like, man, like, I still think Pittsburgh was the best, in my opinion. I know Nick says the other way, but just physique.
Olympia 2023 was phenomenal.
I like that too. Yeah.
That was a great look.
That's like a combination of both. That's like a combination of Pittsburgh.
It was phenomenal. Really crazy, freaky, yeah.
I mean, that was top 3 in the world. That was the highest he's placed. That's pretty damn good.
That's
and
why
you know what?
people like him, you know? This freak factor. Hopefully, Joe, you can get some of the same thing going on now. And get that. That's why Nick is never counted out. That's why people love him in America, because freaks are rare. We don't see this every day. And freaks like this, like Big Ramy, this is things we will never, when you see them live, it doesn't always matter where they place, huh? So that's what we're drawn to. Freaks sell, you know?
When he got that 3rd place, not one person complained. Not one person said, I don't like his physique. His weight. Everybody was like, good job. You know? So that's how you know you really, really did it. Hey, his side tricep was never this good, right? It got better, no? The way he's hitting it.
I honestly think him staying so damn lean, his mobility's gotten better.
Yeah. Well, he used to try to hit it like Dorian once upon a time.
So I changed mine recently too, and it's crazy. That little, like, that completely changed the look. It looks so streamlined. Like, and I thought it was badass to be able to do it like Dorian, but that was more of a nostalgia thing. So even when I switched it, I was like, damn, I should have been doing this. Maybe Nick thought the same shit. Man, I should have been doing this.
The worst thing you can do in bodybuilding is hit a pose out of nostalgia, you know?
Yeah, for real.
Because it's like, we all do it, you know? I love how Phil hits that crab. I'm going to hit the crab. And then somebody's gonna tell you. Joe told me, like, hey, don't hit that crab.
I just talked to somebody about that, bro. I was like, man, I felt horrible telling Beatty, but I was like, but I'm his friend. I was like,
somebody gotta tell you. Somebody, hey, Tyler. What Tyler told Nick? Tyler told him, hey, if you watch this video, don't hit that crab. Remember?
I'm just telling you. Like,
we've never seen Nick hit a crab since, you know.
I hit my ab and thigh in 2024, kind of to the right, when Paul hit it, and it was horrible.
Yeah,
and I switched it, and it became one of my better fucking shots.
That happened to me too.
So, I was like, it's just crazy that little bit of a difference. That's what fucking Andrew Jack needs to fucking do that. And then he'll be Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, but the people that help him with his posing, they're not 6'3". So he needs somebody who understands his body to show, because it's not going to be the same, because I know what they're telling him. They're telling him the same thing everybody used to tell me: do this, make sure your chest don't put your chest too high, keep it. It's not going to work for him. It's going to just have to be based off of his physique. So somebody has to be able to see the best look on him and not worry about.
Isn't it Kamal with 30 years in the game, going through the? Don't you think Kamal El Garni, who's done everything, knows how to? Maybe he's not listening. Because he's worked with Flex Wheeler, he's worked with Kamal. I've noticed some bodybuilders, I've seen them with their posing. No matter what you tell them, they go home, they do something else.
Yeah, but you know what's one important thing? Every time they work with him during prep. They're in prep sometimes, because I remember I was posing with Compton like 2 weeks out, and I couldn't absorb the information because I'm so tired. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I feel like he needs to work with these coaches in the off season. But in off season, he's in Dubai. He's not nowhere near you, right? So I think he needs to, right? Is what I'm saying making sense? Like he needs to work on this when he's actually mentally aware. Because right now he doesn't want to hear this shit. He's like, "Hey, keep your elbows in. It's not gonna stick."
Hey, bro, I start posing 10 weeks out. So, like, I'm leaning
That's-
up at 10 weeks out typically,
that's
and
fair.
I'm just like, I will do that all the way through. And so by 4 weeks out, there is no adjusting shit. I should just be going through the fucking do the rounds at that point.
But you know that posing devil comes over your shoulder and be like, "Hey, change that side tricep right before the show," and then you
No.
go fuck it up.
For Tampa, Justin changed my ab and thigh and my front double the day before. That was fucking hard to fucking try to do. And
Yeah,
honestly, his feedback was like, "Hey, Joe, considering we just did that yesterday, that was not bad at all." So in Texas, I refined it a little bit better, and I was able to hit it more confidently. But to try to change something the day before the show, that's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that position. But yeah, he could not be listening, or just it's too little, too late. There's not enough time to get it right when he's trying to diet and do all of this shit, But
Who knows?
all right, we've been on for a little while, right?
What about, are you guys excited with Brando?
I'm not, to be honest.
I didn't want to say it like that.
He doesn't look too different to me. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't see anything like wow factored about him at this point. Because he's big, but he's not big. And I don't think he gets crazy detailed. So I almost, like in the Arnold, I think I have him placing 8th.
Damn.
8th?
Yeah.
8th
There's
on
only
this
9
show?
guys.
It's a pretty stacked lineup, though.
But think about the lineup.
It's a
Brandon,
pretty
yeah.
stacked
no,
lineup.
I'm sorry.
We only got 10 guys in,
no.
don't we?
There's 9. I have him in 7th.
Yeah,
I
like,
have him in 7th. Because
You
I
have
have
Mo beating him.
Yeah, I do.
I think so too. I'm not gonna lie. I think I got more.
You have also Mo beating Rafael.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
Robin, you too?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay,
Mo
so
looks really fucking good and balanced and
they're
detailed.
both
man.
very
Like,
impressive. Yeah, they're both very impressive.
I think it's a larger structure, but I think
Yeah.
he's more complete myself.
like none of this matters till we see them on stage. So we're going by what we can see right now. From what I'm looking at, Rafa kind of looks the same, which isn't a terrible thing, because the same was enough to get him third. Different lineup, but it was enough to get him third in that lineup. This is a different kind of lineup. So even if he looks the same, that might be a great look,
So,
But
but Brando, if he looks the same, he beats guys like Regan and Earth and guys like this. That's he's proven many times, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
So are you saying that Mo is beating Regan and Earth?
The way he's looking right now,
Really?
yes, but there's one caveat.
Okay.
Pictures versus stage is two different things.
Two
And
different
honestly, his pictures, people are saying it's Photoshop. I don't think it's Photoshop, but they look way too good because the camera is too perfect, the lighting is too perfect. So if the pictures are just too perfect, then that's when you end up getting disappointed on stage, because stage doesn't.
I think Mo really pops in pictures. Brando doesn't pop as well in pictures, but he's really impressive in person. I think they're very even. Like, they're very close. If I had to put money in, I'd probably put Brando just because he's got that proven track record. But I think what's in people's heads is that Brando hasn't progressed as much as Mo has in the past year. I think that's why people are thinking that he may surpass him. But I mean, obviously, time's going to tell. But I mean, they're both deadly. They're both deadly. So
what's his
seventh place? Yeah.
Because Patrick has posted some great up. I think the only guy that I can for sure say is improved is Mo, because we've seen legit shots that are both maybe a little bit filtered, but they're both filtered. So they put Patrick Tor, I think, has put some pictures before. There. Look at that back shots. If you go down there, you can clearly see the difference.
Yeah, but this is too clean. This looks, the camera is too good, and I
Yeah,
know
but
that
you
sounds
see there's
funny.
a lot of new size, huh?
There is, yeah, there is. But when the camera quality is this good, sometimes it makes me nervous because I don't know how much it translates to stage. But I mean, he obviously made crazy improvements. You know, like look
So
how clean this is.
have you guys ever done that AI thing where you take your picture and you tell the AI to add like 5 or 10 pounds of muscle on your frame?
They add
Yeah,
to
I
it.
yeah.
haven't. I haven't done
Have
it.
you tried that?
This,
I haven't
I
this
tried
one
it with
looks
my
like
we tried it with my girlfriend. It was hilarious.
that's what Mo looks like. Basically, he looked like somebody took
That's what I'm
last
saying.
year's
Yeah,
film.
like the transformation. You could just easily just be like, yeah, add 5 and just post your transformation.
That'll be a
It's,
disappointment if he did that.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That's a
that's what I
crazy
mean. You
shot.
almost want to, if anything, you want to undersell and then over deliver instead of the other way around, right?
That's
Yes.
a crazy front lat spread, huh?
That's insane.
100%, exactly. It looks so nutty there. You're like, you need to see that on stage.
But
Right.
my concern is also that Patrick Tour is posting these pictures. So these are the pictures these are the pictures that Patrick is getting. I don't want
He's
my
a
coach
genius with hype, Patrick Tor. Haven't you seen it? Remember how he hyped Carlos Thomas Jr.? It was like he was the new Phil Heath. Remember last Arnold?
Happy.
Yeah.
Came in last place. Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want my coach to see this picture for my check-in. I want him to see just basic living room lighting with a phone. I don't want my coach to see Sony 8K cameras, you know, $5,000 camera pictures. I want him to see just a basic phone pic, you know, because then I don't want my coach to think I look better than I look, because that's not going to be conducive to my coach making the right call, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if I look like this fresh out of bed, I'd be definitely saying that's my coach. But if it's post workout and pumped, I probably won't send it to him at all, unless he specifically asked me for that. But
yeah. It's I don't know. I mean, if we're judging by picks, then yeah, Mo beats Rafa all day. But the thing is that it's not judged. It's not judged by picks.
And you forgot
know?
Brandon Curry?
Oh, Brandon. I don't think either of them are beating Brandon personally. I gotta be honest. with you.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't have a meeting.
No, I got Brandon over both.
Yeah.
You know how we were talking about different training styles at the beginning. Talk about different training styles. What Brandon's been doing is pretty different. I saw some of his stuff. Like
Very
Yeah,
unique.
he's been doing some weird shit, but
he's
fuck.
been doing some weird shit. Yeah,
Working.
it actually does. It's just for lack of a better word, just weird shit.
I asked him about that because I had an interview with him a week ago, and I asked him the training. He just said he loves to try different things. He said he's learned these techniques with these are things he's because he doesn't have the machines in Dubai. They have all these machines. They don't have all the machines where he's training, so he invented the same type of movement in his machines. He said,
Yeah, and dude, he's got so much muscle mass already that I'm sure he can do this kind of stuff and build muscle or at least maintain it no problem, right? Like
This is what we call fine-tune training. Like trying to get the smallest, the tiniest muscle you want to target and just do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Muscle
but you know,
confusion.
I gotta tell you, Brandon looked really refined at that damn Olympia. You know, so it's working. It's not much you can say. Like I always say, when it's working, it's just working. It doesn't mean that this is what Mofuda should be doing or what Rafa should be doing. But for Brandon, Uncle Brandon, it's working for Uncle Brandon.
You know what it could be too is like, when you've been training for, 10, 15, 20 plus years, at some point you're going to get excited if you can find a new exercise that doesn't hurt you. It's like, oh man, I can't wait to go do that new exercise again. You know what I mean? Like you get excited about weird things like that as long as you've been training. So.
That's true as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And it also, you can connect, when you have the experience, you can connect with muscles doing almost anything.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's the way you do it. Like sometimes it'll be somebody in the gym and they have 5 plates on the leg press. And I'm like, can I work in? And they're like, yeah, you want me to change the weight? I'm like, nope. Because you know what? I'm at a point in my training, it doesn't fucking matter if it was 5 or 10. I'm gonna feel it regardless. I'm gonna make it work my quads, whether I do 15 reps or 8 reps. It really doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna use my quads, and the tempo and everything is gonna be in such that I have a great leg workout regardless. So sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it at 6 plates, but I have the craziest workout. Sometimes I go to 10 plates. So it's one of those things
This
that
is why I think bodybuilding is somewhat of well, okay, I can't say bodybuilding. I'll say training is a skill.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it becomes a skill.
Mhm.
Because some people have tried to like demean that, I guess, but it's the truth. You
You
literally
get better.
become so skilled at contracting your muscles, like where you want them contracted, like you could do anything with any equipment at all compared to the
I want to
beginning.
have the
100%.
expert's opinion. Martin just posted his full update now on his Instagram. If you go to Brett Wilkins' Instagram stories,
Oh shit!
full physique he just released. I don't know why he did it right now. I
Wow.
want to hear you guys, kings of conditioning. What do you guys think?
See,
Brett
Oh,
Wilkins?
let's see this.
this is why you have
Oh,
AJ on
Brett.
the podcast, just hot off the
Brett
press.
Wilkins.
Yeah.
And in his stories, and Martin, it's straight on. You see
Okay.
why you conditioning kings are thinking about this.
This one.
This is now.
Oh.
What can you see
How do
from
you go
that?
back? Let me see. Let me pause it. I mean, he looks where he's supposed to be. Martin's detail is different. Like it pops when he's in his poses. He's not somebody that I'm ever going to question whether he's going to be in shape. Martin's going to be in shape. So can I zoom in?
But can
I
we
didn't know
see?
that.
Can we? If you, some guy has. If you go to bodybuilding, here you have the full picture. If you go to bodybuilding total, you have the picture and put up on the big bodybuilding
Okay, let me see.
total.
That's the page. Let me see.
Yeah.
Body.
This bodybuilding total.
Thing. So let me see what comes up. Total.
There.
Boom. I gotta follow
Yeah.
this one. AJ's teaching us a thing or two. He's showing us all the
For real,
tricks.
research and development.
There.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay,
that's
guys,
good.
what are we seeing?
it kind of looks like
Good.
Branch. You like Branch Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good to me. But
His legs look good.
Legs look good for sure. Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I've seen Martin like 1 week out actually
Yeah.
not look that good, and then not that he didn't look good. Like he was like flat and soft looking, and by the time he got on stage, obviously it was crazy, right? He's one of those people. I'm never worried about him, but this actually looks crazy.
Well, for the
Yeah.
people, the Instagram pages and videos saying he's so behind, doesn't this prove the otherwise? That he's not behind?
Maybe.
I don't. These people. These are the pros. These people know what they're doing. Like
Of
I don't. If usually when they're off, they usually push too hard. Like they're never off because they don't know what they're doing. So even with Rafa, like I saw Nick Sheffield Power saying he was behind, and technically he's right if you're comparing him to other people. But that's just how Rafa's body looks. Rafa doesn't look in shape till like 2 weeks out. That's just he's always been that way though. Everybody's different. Not everybody's.
Nick Strength and Power?
Yeah, because he was saying for a while that Rafa was behind, but not anymore. Now he says he looks where he should be. But like,
Okay, yeah.
if you've been following Rafa, you already know that. Like we've all known, Rafa gets pretty soft. He's just.
He
that's his
also
body.
said Big Ramy was dominating so much they didn't even to compare him the day he got sixth, huh? I'm just saying.
I remember that.
But can you believe the density on he's 28, huh? Look at it. 28 years old with this density, huh?
That's insane. Yeah,
Crazy.
he looks pretty insane. He looks pretty. But yeah, I feel like he should keep posting like this. Even if there shit, even though if some channels maybe say stupid shit, that's fine. I think it's great for the sport just to have more stuff out there.
AJ, as a fan, what is your preference? Do you like the idea of mystery, or like
that's a good one.
where people show their physiques leading up to the show?
I like mystique and trash talk.
Okay, I can see that.
Phil, that's basically Phil. Phil didn't show anything, but
Boogeyman
he was
style.
No, but why you want to see the full package? Well, why would we pay for the show if I can see it for free on Instagram? I wanna be surprised on game day.
That's a good point. You know, we should all just
I gotta
post.
agree.
We should post our progress pictures, but just always be hiding something. Like just
Yeah.
always like leave your pants on or something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
100%.
You want to see pants off? You gotta come to the show.
No, but if you guys interact with your audience in a singlet, talking, active, YouTube, day of life, training, hit some front double with a singlet or with the pants on, or show your quads, or it's enough. You will still have a lot of traction on Instagram. You will keep your sponsors happy, audience. But I don't need to see you completely in the poses because there's no mystery then, huh?
I gotta agree. I feel like rebound off season. Yes, like you see how Samson showed, boom, 330 or 340, 350.
But not 5 weeks out, huh?
That's fire. But as you get closer to the show, I think you should show less. Well, you don't. You should. It's not that you should. You can do whatever you want. But I think it's actually better if you show a little bit less, and then you start doing like the little tease, like look at my quad. Oh, okay, too much. Whoa, look at the quad, right? I think that actually creates more. What's the word I'm looking for? That mystique builds more. Yeah, I think it builds more hype. If you see everything, you know what's gonna happen. People are just gonna be like, "Oh, he's behind. Oh, he's flat." It's not gonna even be exciting anymore. It's gonna be like, "Oh," because you've seen it so many times, you go numb to it. This is just, oh, that's just how Nick Walker looks. He's just always big and shredded, right? But if you see like an arm shot of Nick, whoa, what the fuck? You see his arm? What the fuck was? It creates that.
That was something me and Paul and Justin Compton talked about, like this year, to hold back on the post at a certain mark, like 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out. And then even from Tampa to Texas, Justin didn't want me showing shit. He was like, I don't want to show anything, dude.
Yeah,
smart.
And I got better going to Texas. So, but it was exciting. Like you literally saw the judges get excited. That was pretty cool.
yeah.
Like,
Because now you have to plan, Joe. Now you have to plan because now you're in the position to become a superstar. So this is not like last year. Now you are someone. You can either become a superstar or remain the same. So this strategy, it's gonna be exciting here, huh?
Yeah, very exciting.
Cause think about it. You're 6 weeks out. Holy fuck, Joe looks crazy 6 weeks out. They don't see anything 5 weeks out. They don't see anything 4 weeks out. They're like itching. Oh my god. 3 weeks out, they see like a back shot. Like they fucking itching for it. Like they see a back shot from the mirror, kind of blurry with the sweat. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, look at Joe. They only see a little part of your back. Whoa, now. But if they were just seeing full physique updates, they would be like, Joe looks good. Joe looks good. At some point, it's like,
cut the promo on Jordan. You gotta come and smash you, Jordan, this time.
Yeah. Don't even post out.
It's funny. I fucking love Jordan. He's a friend, and I tell everybody like, I'm the guy who I tell everyone I want to be Jordan. Like that's the gatekeeper to the Olympia. I hope he does one of the shows I do.
There's always that gatekeeper. There's always that gatekeeper. But yeah, and I think that builds more hype. Don't even make it on your page. It'll be on Compton's page. 4 weeks out. You got
post on Paul's page. You have to know Paul.
Yeah. Paul gets a little sneak peek. Whoa, what the fuck is that?
My shredded glute.
Yeah. I'll be like, guys, I just saw Joe today. I can't post it. I'm sorry, I can't post it. But damn, whoa, man, it's crazy, bro. Fucking crazy. you get people. That's how you got to do it. Because you give people too much. This is why bodybuilders in general, like they don't get the respect that they used to because there's too much access, right? There's so much access that people are just like, whereas back in the day, if you see one of these guys at an expo, you was like, whoa, look at that guy, right? Now they don't even have a line, right? They're like, I'll see him all the time. Yeah, okay. It's just crazy, But,
Sam Sulek getting it. How do you guys feel about that as pros? When you see Arnold Classic right now, you're posting Sam Sulek versus Mike Sommerfield, who wins? Like clickbait people would do, and they put it on their front page, and they are the organization themselves. Robin, let's say they put an amateur next to you and say, who's gonna win, Robin or this amateur? Do you feel it's disrespectful, or what do you think is cool?
Sometimes, because I'll see fan pages do that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it'd be like, me versus some other guy. I'm like, oh man, I blow this guy out of the water. Like, what is this? But I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, like at least they're comparing me and they're putting me in the mix. They're thinking about me and comparing me. So I can't be that offended, you know what I mean? Because they could have just forgot about me completely. Like I'm not even worth being compared about, But it's like if you're one of the standards and they're comparing other people to you, that's a compliment.
Okay.
That's the way I would see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you,
A lot of
Joe?
these things, Sam is so influential. It's more so of a promotion thing, right? It's not
Yeah.
how they're trying to disrespect him in a sense. It's just like, hey, this kid brings in a lot of money. Let's try to get as much out of him as we can. So let's put him next to the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's fine unless the placing. If the placings look suspicious, then that's when people are going to start to have a problem with it.
Yeah,
As long
if
as
you stand there next to each other on stage, like, bro, come on, what the fuck is that?
Well,
He did win
it's like-
fair. He did win fair. His pro card. I got it. It was a very weak lineup, and he had the size and conditioning. And I think he won fair and square the pro card.
And I think it's
I
only
100%
disrespectful.
agree. I agree.
I would say it's only disrespectful if it was after the fact. Let's for example, with Blessing and Nick, there was huge hype going into it, and there was a lot of like good back and forth. But afterwards, it all dissolved because Blessing placed so much farther away that obviously there was no more beef anymore. So I think that's kind of similar. Is like it's fun to create the hype and create the beef, and then kind of see what happens. And then obviously it'll dissolve if the placings are too far apart. But if they were, first and second, it's like, yeah, now you keep building on that and people will get behind it, right?
It would be great if Blessing was as legit as. Remember how much fun he created when he was winning shows and he was talking smack. I wish he can get back to that level because he was great when he's. But it doesn't work when he's where he has that round. It doesn't work.
It becomes disrespectful after a while because if he kept trying to chase Nick, at some point Nick would probably be like, "Hey man, can you fuck off?" Right? Like at some point, it's like, right? But if he really was nipping at your heels, he's first and second place. Then yeah, you create a good rivalry, and I think people they yearn for that to a certain degree because people always reminisce about the Jay Cutler and the Ronnie Coleman rivalry. And I think people want that to happen again to a certain extent, but again, it has to be genuine. It can't be fake because otherwise, obviously
it kind of makes sense.
Kind of corny. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has to make sense. It has to make sense. Yeah.
Like honestly, like if say Chris Bumstead stuck around another year and Mike Summerfield was like talking it up, like I would be excited because that's legit. It was close as fuck.
Yeah, if it was year after year that he was second, and it's like I'm catching you, buddy. Like one more year, and hey, fuck yeah, like that's exciting stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, Blessing is back with George Farah, so hey, that's the man with the plan. That's the man that brought him at his best.
Great work with Chriso, George Farah. Chriso's really improved with him.
Yeah. This is why we talk about like sticking it through with a coach. You win 2 pro shows. What more can you ask for? You know how it feels to be a bodybuilder. You want more, you want better, you want more, you want better. But you have to, you got to pace yourself as well. You can't look for the next coach after you done, after you did that good with this coach. You have to sometimes stay the course. New coach doesn't mean better placing. That's not how this works. So imagine if he was with George Farah for the last 4 years. Imagine how much George Farah would have learned about him and how much better they would have been as a team. He might be he might have won Arnold.
What about Anthony Williams? He's doing the show. Pro debut. Arnold, Anthony Williams. Do we know anything about him?
I like this guy.
I think Anthony at a show like this, he's going to stand out because of the lineup, but he's still going to be on the farther end of it just because of time. But I think he's definitely on the track to be a Samson-esque / Andrew Jackson.
How old is he?
I don't know his age.
He's not super young. He's been in the game for a little bit because he was a natural bodybuilder for a while. I hear everybody talking about like he has really good aesthetics because he does. I don't think they realize how big he is because he's standing by himself. When he stands next to these guys, you're gonna see how big he is. Like he's big. Yeah, he's big.
He was supposed to do USA's in 2023 when I won my pro card, and
He was.
I'm pretty damn sure I would not be a pro right now. Well, maybe after, but
Yeah.
I don't think I would have beat him that day. I mean, obviously he had to show up, but like, I don't know why he pulled out. I never asked him, but I think he would have beaten me.
Shit, till this
Crazy
day,
structure, huh? Wow.
to this day, I don't think I've asked him neither. I've been trying to get him on the pod. He wants to do it. I'll do it after. He's
He was
locked
with
in
Matt
right
Jansen that year.
now. Oh, that's
believe.
probably why he pulled. That's probably why he pulled out.
Wonderful bicep was really nice.
That's probably why he pulled out.
So do we
I'm
have
sorry.
him over Hassan and Akeem or no?
Yeah,
I
have
do.
him beating Hassan. I don't have him beating Akeem yet.
For sure, I have him being Hassan. I can't see him being Akeem based off of what we see from Akeem.
I just think Akeem's side shots and front shots are too damn good. It's the backward he loses, and I mean he's just so thick from the side. I don't see him beating Akeem yet.
This guy, his front and back poses are actually really good. Side poses, Akeem, Akeem's side pose obviously is one of the best in the entire league. His side chest, side triceps may be like top 5. Him,
Yeah,
Brandon
that's like
Curry,
Mr. Olympia side chest, side try.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, him and Brandon Curry and Rubiel have some.
I still remember the
stuff
first time I saw Akeem Williams in person. He was like fucking at the New York Pro in 2019. Fucking freak, man. I was like, what?
I've never seen him in person.
He guest posed at one of my shows. I forget which show. I think it was the Brooklyn Grand Prix. Like my second show.
He got second that time at New York Pro, and Juan Morel won first place at that one.
Yeah. I think I got Anthony over Hassan and Akeem.
You have him over Akeem.
Yeah.
Really?
Akeem is an Olympian 2 years ago, huh? That would be a very good pro debut.
Yeah. Yes, but the way his placings went last year, not that I even agree with all the placings, but I feel like they're starting to really mark him for the back poses. I feel like they're really starting to mark him for the back poses, and I'm not saying they shouldn't because it counts for something. It counts for
He's
something.
brought up his conditioning though. Conditioning has been something that Akeem has been improving. So
he's super consistent with conditioning now. You know that's gonna pay. But I honestly think Anthony is the real deal. I don't think he's like somebody who just has a good shape or potential. I actually think he's the real deal. But that's just maybe it's my bias because I'm 6'2", you know, so I gotta stick with 6'2". All right,
he's 6'2". Yeah, I mean that's impressive for 6'2" for sure.
Well, he was taller than Janicki, and Janicki is taller than me. So if you do the bodybuilding math,
because Janicki, he weighs a lot on stage, doesn't he?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah,
and he looked a lot bigger than him.
He
won his pro. In Arnold, he was next to him, and I wouldn't say he was a lot bigger than Eric, and Eric is a pretty huge guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he lives close to me. If you see him walking in the gym, he's
a big guy, huh?
Yeah. And he's pretty filled out. His frame is pretty filled out for somebody that tall. I don't know why this is all of a sudden happening nowadays where tall guys are actually like filled out looking. You know, that's and he's bigger than him. Yep. Equipment, and also you got to use your brain to a point. You don't have to be science based, but you have to think like, yo, this is not because Janicki he used to train like just like a regular gym bro, and then he's just like, yo, this shit is not working, and then he started finding what
he
works.
trains by feel. That's bro based.
That's it.
He also said he experienced some injuries, and that's what kind of changed his mind about training like that.
I did legs with him, but back at that time, I used to train more like clang and bang type. So it was terrible. I fucking hated it. I didn't like that shit. But I mean, it works. I mean, how can it not work? Like you got the whole stack for leg extensions, and you're doing fucking each rep lasts fucking 2 minutes. The shit is gonna hurt. I mean, it's gonna work, right? Like it's not fun.
Only thing that I don't necessarily like about that style is that it requires a lot of like fucking around with machines and equipment. I like
I don't
things
like
to be
that.
more simple. When people start bringing out pads, and I know because people have to do it because it makes them feel better. But it's like for me, it's like I just don't want to have to do that. I don't like having anything. Right? For
I'm
me,
not
it's
doing this shit.
the best if I can go in there and get a good lift. No wraps, no sleeves, no fucking no
Belt, nothing.
straps, no belt, nothing, and
You
just no
know,
knee wraps. I'm like, fucking just go. Let's get it
No
done, man.
boxes, no nothing.
the craziest thing I'll do is I'll like tilt my pelvis slightly forward like on a bench and it hits the
Yeah,
angle that I
exactly.
want.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
I
100%.
when I go in for leg day, I'm so anxious, stressed, and focused. I don't even have shoes on when I go train legs. I'm dead serious. I'll take my
I tell legs,
intra.
thank you.
But
I don't even
when I
have
tell
pants
you,
on.
bro, this shit is like it's like a because there's so much focus on my leg day, bro. I show up to the gym at midnight and it closes at 1. I put myself in a hole. I pull up. I go. This now I'm not even joking. I pull up. I go through the back door. I don't go through the front entrance. So I buzz it. He opens it for me. He knows me. I come in, no shoes, no bag. I chug my intro in the car. I don't even want to carry my backpack. Walk in the gym. These are days I don't record. I might have my phone if I'm recording, and then I go straight to legs. I don't even warm up, as stupid as it sounds. For hacks, I'll go 2, 4, 6, 8. Boom, we doing work because it's like I feel so stressed. It's like I want to get it over with. I don't know. I want to get it over with, but I want to have the best workout. So I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody. It's just like
You do not want to train legs with me then. Because I do an extensive warm up.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Well,
Yeah, 100%.
I don't
People
fuck
get
around when it
pissed
comes to
off.
legs.
People get pissed off sometimes. They're like, "Can we go work out already?" I'm like, "Dude, come on, we got to warm up. Like, what is this?"
Like I'm doing like 7 or 8 sets of fucking leg extensions and making damn sure that I'm warm, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but well, okay. When I'm in prep, I have no choice. But obviously,
It's cold up here, man.
if I have some fat around my knees, and hamstrings, I go straight to the hack squat, bro. Start loading it up. I
You don't warm up at all?
No, I'll walk in and I'll make a direct beeline to the hack squat.
crazy.
That's crazy though, huh?
Dude,
I'll tear my fucking quad.
my workout is the opposite. And especially in the winter time, it's like we go in there, you're freezing cold, you take off your boots. Like I'm on the treadmill for 10 minutes, then I'll stretch for 10 minutes, and then it's adductor, abductor, and then it's leg curls, leg extension, fucking leg press, and then fucking hack squats.
Bro,
hour and a half later.
It takes our leg day. Well, we've been having Casey train with us. It's been taking 2 to 2.5 hours.
He trains hard.
It's probably not bad though, because you pace yourself with 3 people, right?
Yeah, but ton of volume still.
You just go. It's your turn. Go. Your turn. Go.
You're ready to go. Your heart rate comes down a bit, and you're able to go again.
Yeah, it's good because you don't have to think. It's just you just go.
When I tell you a beeline hack squat, I put 2, 4, 6, maybe 7, and then I go straight into it. With the 2 plates, I do like 2 reps. 4 plates, like 2 reps, and there's no rest.
Crazy.
There's 0 rest. I just put it 2 reps, put it 2 reps, put it 2 reps. Then I get like bubble guts because now I'm scared of the. And then I go take a shit, come back, boom, working set. That's
20 minutes of the workout right there.
Straight to it. So, and then when I keep it an hour, it keeps me focused. If I have 3 hours to train legs, I'm gonna take 3 hours somehow. It's gonna last 3 hours. So I give myself that 1 hour. I have to finish it, and I have to turn off the lights and everything for the gym because the dude he's not gonna wait for me. He's gonna be like, yo, when he's done, turn off the lights. So that's how my leg day's been going. But I think it's been working, man. I think it's been working.
Yeah.
You just do quads though, right?
I do a little bit of hammies. I'll do like leg curl, but mostly quads. Mostly quads. I don't train hamstrings I've noticed like if I don't train my hamstrings, they look exactly the same for some reason. So I don't put a ton of volume toward that. Mostly quads nowadays. All right, you got down for a couple questions? Maybe 2.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes.
Oh yeah. I remember. Okay,
I gotta eat
quick.
soon.
Have you ever got?
I've done legs both ways though.
That's right.
Like right now I'm doing just one leg day, so I'll do all hamstrings first and then all quads after. I think you're doing similar, Joe. I think I actually heard you saying that, and I copied it, so it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll do. So now because I get because the volume amount. Because I do my leg day looks exactly like this. It's leg extensions, a hip press, a hack squat, a pendulum squat, a single leg shallow press, seated leg curl, line leg curl. And that's all like because of the higher volume, more moderate weight, it's like 3 working sets.
Yeah.
So the volume is very high. But we
can't-
used to do hammies in the beginning. But then by the time I got to those last 2 quad exercises, I was fucking burnt out. And my hammies don't need much. So I just put them at the end now.
That makes
But
sense. Yeah.
But the thing is, after heavy squats, sometimes it's hard to do the curls afterwards, right?
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's nice though.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Like
Sometimes it's nice.
my hammies at the end are already crazy warm from the squats and stuff. Like you go deep enough, you're gonna use your hamstrings, obviously. So like
That's true.
it's a different kind of like it's an indirect hit, but
It's
you
just
don't
different.
have to. Yeah.
Because then when you
I
do
like
your
walking
hamstrings
it that
after,
way.
it kind of loosens up your knees. Because your knees are all tight after you smash your quads, then you do some hamstrings, kind of bring the blood around to a different area of the leg. It's just different.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's fucking. Sometimes you get excited just to do the workout backwards.
Yeah.
You know, just
100%.
it feels
Trust me,
different. You
by
know.
the time I get the hammy curls, I'm like, thank you, God.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
over.
It's like let me lay down or just sit here, whatever.
Because trust me, when they told me after the show, Joe, you're almost unbeatable if you just bring up that side sweep. I'm like, fuck, man, you're asking me to train legs harder than I've been fucking training them, bro. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it,
All right.
whatever it takes.
All right. You ever gotten sick from gear injections?
I never did.
Wait.
No.
AJ say they drug test him. Are you natural, AJ? Oh, okay. I'm like, wait.
Recreational drugs.
Okay. All right. Has anybody ever got sick from gear injections?
No, I've gotten like fucking crazy, like inflamed, where my fucking arm got all swollen.
Oh yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
Or my
You ever
ass cheek has like a giant ball on the side. Like fuck.
Fuck, man.
But-
yeah, I had that before. It sucked. Right before a show too. Brutal.
That sucks.
Like from
Have
my
you-
shoulder, like my whole arm was just blurry, and that was a side to side chest. So it's just like,
Oh, that's the word. Wait.
Yeah, your shoulder, bicep, brachialis, and tries to become one.
yeah, exactly.
It looks like a fucking hot dog.
Yeah, I did a photo shoot. This side was shredded. This side was so soft.
Oh, that's the worst.
I didn't wear no tank top, bro, when that happened.
Did
Oh,
you
man, I'm
need?
so self conscious?
Did you ever need antibiotics?
No, thank God.
Not from a shot. Not from a shot. Luckily.
I did. They gave me oral antibiotics at first, and it didn't work. It kept creeping down. It got to my fingers, bro, and my fingers got
shit.
swollen.
Oh,
That's
that scared the
scary.
fuck out of me. Yeah, if it went past where I
that-
went, I would have gone to the doctor. Fuck that.
That's scary. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I did. So I went to ER, and they had to put me on the drip antibiotics, and they kept telling me, "Hey man, you shouldn't do steroids. Say, take this pamphlet about why you shouldn't do steroids." I said, "Really? Oh, okay, let me see." Oh, I'm never
Take
doing
this
it again.
pamphlet?
Yeah, I'm never doing it again. I promise you. And I went home and shot the other side.
How is the quality? How is the quality over there on the gear? Is it always? Well, you have to tell me where you get it, but is it always good, or are you like, I'm not sure if this is good? Like, how is is it easy for you guys to get good quality?
These days,
Yeah. I
these
think
days.
it's based on the track record of who you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So I've been blessed to be able to have myself attached to people that are just trustworthy people.
in the
That's all
know,
it
yeah.
comes down to. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
There's a couple of dudes up here that had a couple of brands like years ago when I first started getting into it, man. It was just straight up oil. And I think that was before, like, when, before forearms and like reviews and like word of mouth really blew up. so you could kind of get away with it. But nowadays, it's like, who would be selling a shitty brand? Like, just nobody's gonna buy it. The word of mouth would be terrible. You can read reviews online. You know what I mean? So I feel like quality. At least the good thing about the underground labs is that quality is probably better now, I would assume, overall than ever.
For sure.
Especially at least around here, anyways, because the laws in Canada are pretty lenient, especially compared to some other countries when it comes to not just like selling. Selling is obviously a big deal still, but buying and using and purchasing even in Canada is no big deal. So, you know,
I
it's a
don't.
little bit easier.
I don't do any research myself, but because of the forums, everybody else does all the research for you. So it's like these people are like testing this shit and doing all, because like bodybuilding has become like more of like a nerd sport. There's a lot of like really like people kind of geek out over it, which is great for us because now these people are like sitting at home testing all these brands and shit. So we don't have to do it. It's all there now. It's all on the internet. So you can be like, oh, okay. So any brand you've heard about these days, they're pretty fucking good because these people are doing all kind of tests on
People
them.
do the research. Yeah, people definitely do
Even
the
the
research.
even the Mastron and Primo too, because that's horrible here. Those two compounds are still legit.
It's starting to get a little dicey.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I was like, you know what? I still have a source myself, but even sometimes I'm like, like, it's like I don't know, man. This is becoming scarce, and I feel like it's kind of convenient that you still have it.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. It's like well, first of all, what I did is like Joe said, if you just have an abundance of it, I start to go But one of the guys I know,
at least tell me that you only have a few left before you get that. Don't just. I feel like if you consistently have that thing, like, you sure?
That's what happened to me. My guy was like, "Hey man, I got about 50 left. Once it's gone, it's gone." I said, "Okay, then it's gone." He said, "What? It's gone." Give me the 50. Give me the 50. So and then I started having people text me, "Hey, you got masked?" I'm like, "Not for you, I don't. But for the next 2 years, I do."
Hey, I don't have it for you, but if you want to give it to somebody else, I do.
I mean, hey, if maybe I could spot you one, but it's gonna be like $300. So you okay with that? Not that I endorse the selling of illegal contraband. All right. Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry. Oh,
AJ asked us if we have good sources.
Yeah, the Master and Primo. To be either, I'm putting my clients on EQ, and
that's typically
That's interesting because that's what we're doing here. Also, what's the benefits? Because you know it's real then, but what are the dangers with all of a sudden switching to EQ if everyone was using Mastron and Primo because it's supposed to be safe, but it doesn't. I don't think it gives that much gains though. But anyway, what's the difference now? You're putting them on EQ. What do you see difference between that and the Mastron thing?
I'm going to be honest for myself. I think I've ran EQ almost every single cycle I've ever been on, over Mast and Primo. Like,
really, yeah,
because I believe like it's kind of like what you said. Like, you're more likely to get it actual EQ, right? Compared to the stresses of you can be wasting your time with just a base test or something that you're being given. So I mean,
I think in the old
peace of mind, right?
Yeah. In the old school days, like when I first started getting into like gear and stuff, we were always told that EQ was good for appetite and boosting your vascularity, strength gains, like not putting on as much water as like a Deca or an Nandrolone. So we always used to love EQ, and then we always would think that we were like fucking racehorses taking EQ. You know what I mean? Like, just put those fucking blinders on. I mean, it's all. I think a lot of the steroid is psychology too. Because when Mastron got so popular is because a lot of the top pros were using high dose Mastron with
very high
and talking about how it's potentially safer and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, I mean, the dose makes the poison. And when it comes to
Okay.
anabolics, it's still a total milligram dosage that we're looking at. So if you're
100%.
using 1,000 milligrams of Masteron, is that safer than 1,000 milligrams of EQ? No, it's about the same.
I think so.
But is
I think so.
500 milligrams of EQ safer than 1,000 milligrams of Masteron? Maybe.
Maybe,
So
yeah.
that's kind of what it comes down to, right? There's a
How high
potential
are you
for-
running EQ then? Your clients, baby, like how high can you run the EQ?
So for any client that was on EQ and additional like Master on, I have them when because I usually would do like 600 to 800 or 500 to 800 depending on
Of
where they're at.
EQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they were running that in conjunction with Master on, I actually went a little higher. So it would be like eight to a gram. But the test would be a gram or lower usually, just because nowadays a lot of people don't like to use blockers like what do you call it, anastrozole or anything like that. I actually don't use it anymore neither. So when the EQ is a little higher, it kind of does like a 2-in-1. And for me, I find a better look. I don't look as soft. I look harder. I feel better. Now some people get anxiety from EQ. I don't get that. Sometimes I think it's in their head
That's
because
also
they
you get anxiety from steroids in general. Even Masteron causes increased anxiety because you're increasing your adrenaline and all that kind of stuff. So you can't just single out only as EQ. That's
Exactly.
the funny thing about it, right? So yeah,
nobody's
steroids
running
in general. Yeah,
and
yeah.
nobody's running just EQ. So
Yeah.
how are you so sure it's the EQ? You know?
Yeah.
So
And
to-
there was some things about EQ that I think I read about, you know, potentially it playing on your GABA receptors and stuff like that. So I think just in general, like with the idea of steroids playing on your neurotransmitters, it's probably a good idea to kind of understand what neurotransmitters you may be dominant or lacking in. You know what I mean? So whether it's a GABA, whether it's a serotonin, those can interfere with mood, anxiety, stuff like that. So yeah, obviously if there's a signaling hormone like anabolic steroids playing on that receptor as well, then that's the more likely increase of anxiety, things like that, which is a side effect, but it's also part of what you're getting as an effect from the steroids, because the increase in adrenaline, the increase of anxiety, it pushes you to do more sometimes. You know what I mean? So there's a trade-off. It's like a catch-22 or a double-edged sword. It's like you want the adrenaline output, but you have to know, again, where's your total milligram dosage? Where is it going to leave you more optimized in terms of not only just your physiology, but your psychology too, because it plays hand in hand. You know, the body follows the mind. So if you're an anxious wreck all the time, clearly that's not the optimal cycle for you. You have to either dial it down or change the compounds, right? And it's very individualistic at that point.
I couldn't have said it better. I don't believe steroids have side effects. I believe it's just effects.
Just
Whether you want to look,
No side
I
effects,
think-
yeah.
Or they're
I
all
don't know
side
about
effects.
that
They're all
one,
side
but
effects,
yeah.
exactly.
well,
Yeah, I know what baby's trying to say. I think it's definitely a side effect.
because like you take D-ball and the estrogen goes through the roof, but that's also why you gain 10 pounds because of the estrogen. So people want to take D-ball because they want to gain 10 pounds in a week, but then the estrogen goes up. So it's like the same reason why you're getting these gains is the same reason why you're getting the side effect. So instead of taking 100 D-ball, take 25, and you'll notice that the effects are one and the same. You get less of the what you think is good and less what you think is bad, because it's not good or bad. It's just effects. That's what it does. So the same thing that makes it good is what makes it bad. So it's like it's not actually good or bad. It just is, and you have to dose it properly so that the is doing you better than worse. So when I would do trend, I'd be like, bro, it's terrible. I can't sleep. I can't recover. Well, why are you doing 300? Do 100. I'm like, that's not gonna work. And I tried it, and it worked. I just felt a little bit less of the veininess and strength, but I got some of it. But now I can sleep, right? Because the same thing that makes you strong and push in the gym is the same thing making you kind of cuckoo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like it goes. So yeah, so the side effects are really just it's trying to help you. The jokes are trying to help you. You just don't know how to accept the help yet. You know. You know.
You don't know how to accept it.
Yeah, but you gotta know it. So like you said, it's a total milligram thing. If you run test by itself, but you run 2 grams, probably gonna be a little stressed just because
Yeah.
it's too much, you know.
It's a lot on the system. It's a lot on the system. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And especially when you're on that dose for a longer period of time, the higher the dose and the longer the duration, it's like, okay, we're redlining for long periods of time here. There's
we all figure it out eventually that we never needed as much as we thought we needed. We just never tried it, right? We just started at 500, went to 750, went to 1,000. We never saw what 500 would feel like for the second cycle. We just went ahead to 750.
Yeah,
you know, because you're so hungry, you want to get there now. But then
I hope kids listening to this really take that part out, because right now the kids are going crazy. I don't know how it's in America, but in Europe they're going straight out of the gate to 2 gram when they're like immense physique amateur, huh?
For sure.
Straight to 2,000, you know, like right away out of box. And I really hope they listen to what you said there, that less is more sometimes, huh?
They won't listen because kids do stupid shit, man. It's just like
yeah, but it's different when the role models are saying it in the sport that are still active. You know, it's because man, people are going crazy early, man.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best analogies I've heard is for gear use is that it's like having a car where you can have your Honda Civic. You can just put around on that basically forever, or you can have your nice sports car and you can drive that like at a pretty good fast pace, and all that kind of stuff most of the time. Maybe put it away for the winter or whatever. And you have your drag racing car, which you bring out for that one specific moment. You fucking give it all. It's like 10 minutes, and then you fucking put that car away. It needs to be fucking change the oil, change the thing, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of the analogy of steroid use is that you could use TRT or, you know, natural hormones basically forever. Is that going to be the fastest car? No. But then you could, you know, optimize like TRT plus XYZ. You know, now you're definitely optimized, but you're not redlining it. Or you can just fucking redline that shit. Drag racer, just fucking balls to the walls. But, you know, there's durations. One of them, you're going to hit a wall a lot faster. One of them, you're going to be able to progress a lot longer.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it's just reminding yourself when you're young that you've still got years and years and years of building upon building upon building, that you want to look forward to that, right? And everybody wants to get there faster, but you can't. You can't get there faster by using more gear. No. Does not work. So you basically just have to eliminate that out of your head.
You know, people always ask that question, like, how much more gear am I taking? And it's not much more at all. It's kind of like your body weight climbs, right? Yeah. You got to add a little more food. It's been like that with pretty much just the test base. The compounds all stay the same the whole way through. And I've said on other podcasts, I'm not running maybe to some people it's a lot, but to the average pro, I don't think so. Yeah. My test dosage, but there's always just been off season with test, a compound, and just a lot of fucking food. So it's kind of like there's no, like, the dosages are so much less in the off season because you have the food, and then in prep you're just doing all these things to make it like you said, that pristine like look for a second. Mm-hmm. Then you come off all that stuff, and it's not even. It's more compounds, but not high dosages of those more compounds.
And
so
I
it's
think
just,
I think too.
People don't know it's the food.
Yep, exactly. Because I don't know, back in the day when I was getting into, you know, like the national level, and I want to be a super heavyweight and stuff like that. My coach Benoit, he told me, okay, well, after your show, you need to come off for 4 months. And I want you to hold your weight naturally, even if your testosterone crashes. I still want you to prove to me that you can be 260 pound plus in the off season.
Went off everything cold turkey for 4 months.
Off everything completely. Because that's how I'll know
That's gonna
That's
look
how
nasty.
I'll know that you have
That's-
pro size. That's what he told me.
Two,
So I was very motivated to do that. Yeah,
260 natty is not a nice sight, but
yeah.
there's
It
a lot
wasn't
of
a nice day. Yeah,
there's a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because I actually did the same thing. My first 2 cycles, I went off cold turkey, nothing, no
Yeah.
PGT, no nothing. And guess what? I kept most of my strength and size, but the look was a very different look.
yeah. You get a little flatter, you get a little softer.
My face like looked like I don't know what the fuck my face like. My face looked puffy. Just it was a nice sight. But you know what? I did it, and then now when I got on, it's like you keep just moving up because you maintain the strength a little bit. Now you just jump up. You know, not that I recommend that per se. But I mean, it had its. Well, your first couple of cycles, your test isn't like completely shut down because you're young. You know, it's a couple of times. I probably wouldn't go cold turkey now for more than like I still do it, believe it or not. Just maybe like 2-3 weeks max. Which is what it's funny because when they say in the 90s they came off cold turkey, a lot of some of these guys, like let's say Milos, he was competing every 3 weeks, so he wasn't coming off for fucking. Like let's not act like he was coming off for 12 weeks. He's literally competing. They were doing like 20 shows. So when they say they're coming off, yeah, but they're going right back on within 3-4 weeks. Which actually, if you only have that little to come off, that's probably the best way to do it actually, because it's like you get a break, but it's still kind of in your system, right? Because what's the use of PCT to come off for 3 weeks? It doesn't even make sense. So in some ways, well, same with Milos would say Samson would come off. Well, Samson was doing like 7 shows a year as well. So it actually makes sense to come completely off, right? Because there's no gaps. He couldn't do TRT for 12 weeks. So the next best thing, maybe 4 weeks completely off, 6 weeks completely off, actually might be beneficial. So, think about it. But I was going to say something. What we talked about just now, it was about the drugs. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend trying to come off. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you're someone new to cycling, you do want to come off.
I was gonna say, I got another hot take. I don't actually believe steroids is nearly as dangerous as we make it seem. I think people are dangerous in that people do stupid shit. Because you put a man on TRT and he literally becomes healthier. Take a grown-ass man, 35, put him on TRT for the next 30 years. His entire life improves in every way possible. All his health markers, for the most part. But all of a sudden, it's going to kill you.
I think it's a lot of the stimulants are killing people, I think.
I think it's the byproduct. If you're 300 pounds with a blood pressure of 180 over 100 for 10 years, yeah, that's gonna fucking kill you. But the point is, you don't have to have that blood pressure. You can fix it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, well, too bad, that's it. You can fix it. Even if you have to take medication, take it. What the fuck? Same way you would take a Arimidex if your action was high. Take a fucking, right? If you control what you need to control, where's the danger coming from? It's not the compound giving you the danger. It's some of the what is causing, right? What you're not taking care of. You're just turning a blind eye to it. Well, then you're turning a blind eye to your health. You're gonna have health issues. But if you actually pay attention to what's going on, you can be completely fine, for the most part. I'm not gonna say completely.
That's why we're excited to see Joe 330, Samson 250, the role model. Now we're pushing, all these new, it's like we're back in Craig Kovacs days. Now everything is 330, 340. It's a great example for the youth, correct?
Yep. Well, because you know what happened? We learned that, I'm 300. I'm pretty healthy. Wow. If I'm pretty healthy at 300, let's try pushing it a little more. Let's go 350. Let's see how far we can push it until the blood pressure medication doesn't work anymore. Right? Man, it's crazy.
When people ask me, they've asked me, like, Joe, did you not like what you looked like before you fucking started getting all huge? I'm like, Of course I did, you dumbass. I'm just trying to fucking win
It's your
shows.
job.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's my job. Like I wanted to be competitive. I want to compete. So like I get to this size because that's what the best in the world is doing. Like
Of course.
I'm not a shapely guy. I have to build my body with just strict muscle to give me some fucking shape. So like I'm just trying to win, dog.
Joe is 320 strictly just to impress people at the beach and Instagram.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a vanity.
bro, what the fuck?
It's like I'm 300 pounds strictly because I just have crazy body dysmorphia.
That's it. No,
Fucking
no,
A, bro.
no other reason. Just
Bro,
so he
no
can
other
show.
reason.
you know, like,
Yeah.
you know how I did that transformation pic, baby, and you're like, "Damn, Joe, you were cuter before."
Yeah,
I know that.
exactly. It's like they think you don't know that. There's not like a means to a purpose. Like they're the reason that when people retire, they don't continue to bulk up to 330, right? Like,
And hey, man, I wasn't about to go down in history for being the cutest boy, so I gotta be the biggest man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this: if I was like the most handsome man alive, I probably just wouldn't have gained that. I would be like, you know what? Let me just put my cards in. You know, if you woke up and you was just fucking, you were born Brad Pitt, you might be like, wait a minute. Let me preserve this a little bit, you know. Let me preserve it a little bit, you know. But that I don't think that was the case here, you know. If you're above a 9, maybe you got to be like, hold on a second, maybe I should do something else. But if you're below a 9, fuck it, just get big, you know.
or just yeah.
There's very few. How many people have got more handsome at 300 pounds than at 200 pounds?
Oh no, you don't.
Can you think of anybody?
You don't.
Yeah, no, I'll get way more handsome at my contest weight, 100%.
Yeah, I
For sure.
I look like a fucking model in my face when I come to contest week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Robin,
Women,
you completely change. Robin is almost like a sex symbol when he's on stage. Yeah, Robin.
100%.
Did you see that?
It goes from moon face to blue steel real quick.
Yeah.
That's fucking A, bro.
Yeah.
50 Shades
Bro.
of Robin, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny you say that because that's something I noticed. Like Robin's face change is like exaggerated. I saw that actually earlier. Let me see it. When I was on his page.
Yeah,
saw that video?
Look when he's in shape. It's like Zac Efron.
Look at this. Look at the guy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's you? That's you.
This handsome guy here, huh?
That was good look. That was a really good look. Yeah.
He becomes a
is you.
sex symbol.
Holy
So
shit.
funny.
Holy. Yeah, most people won't you know what though?
Looking like Fat Joe now.
I think Regan was able to hold on to his looks pretty well actually at like 290, you know,
because he's like fucking
Regan-
6'2".
Yeah.
He doesn't weigh that much. He's
No,
290 at 6, whatever, huh?
Yeah, he'll lose his sex symbol once he gets 330.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because he's taller, he has. Yeah, if he's 330, I don't think he's gonna be holding those looks that much. You're gonna have to just grow a bigger beard.
Is it the last 3 weeks, Robin? It happens with you. Your face is it the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks?
The last 2 weeks, yeah, like literally the last 2-3 weeks. Yeah,
2-3 weeks.
yeah, because that'll be a common thing around 4 to 5 weeks out. I might look like I'm behind, and it'll just those last couple of weeks it'll just suck right
bro,
in.
my fucking face gets deathly around 5 weeks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Everybody's different. Yeah, everybody's different. Even like a guy like Regan, he doesn't get so sucked in the face either.
No, he doesn't get. He says he has some type of sickness, but I don't know.
No, actually, it's true. It could be related to inflammation and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what I figured out even with my own body is that if I wanted to get that crispy conditioning, I would have to be extra careful. And that's also why my face would probably change, is because I'm cutting out everything, sweeteners and everything. You know what I mean?
Everything,
everything, right? So I think my body just hyper responds to certain things like that. That some people might not, you know, because some people might be able to have. I remember Ross Flanagan, right?
Yeah.
Like we competed together in Toronto Pro, and he was doing like M&Ms and Rice Krispie treats, and obviously he has cream of rice with sucralose and all that kind of stuff. And I talked to him. I'm like, do you cut that stuff out at all? He's like, no, he doesn't even cut out. You know, we'd probably cut out like garlic and onions and certain veggies. He doesn't cut out any of that stuff. He eats it right into the show. But for me, you know, I'd be fucking bloated and gassy, and I've had ulcerative colitis because I've had gluten while I was extra sensitive during a competition prep. It's just all that kind of stuff. It's just, it adds up, and it's a little bit of a layer of inflammation. And I think some guys, they don't fully address it because maybe they weird shit, bro. Like I had whole eggs in my diet, and I did a blood test that I was sensitive and allergic to those eggs. So cutting those out,
Eggs,
my
oh.
physique got drier and tighter. It's like
I stopped
those-
doing egg whites because my
Yeah,
stomach would get fucked up.
Eggs.
Like
Eggs.
6 weeks out.
Eggs
Yeah.
are terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Eggs are terrible.
Could
It
be
fucks up
anything.
a lot
I
of
even
people.
had,
this and this.
yeah, I had eggs, I had mustard, I had chicken, things that I was probably eating a lot of that my body built up some kind of immune reaction to. But by cycling off of those foods, now I eat them again and I'm okay. Maybe I have some inflammation from those foods, but if I was to then cut out those foods again, I could then, you know,
So
reduce
those
my inflammation
coaches
a
who
lot
have
more.
60, 70 pros, how are they able to manage these type of things?
You've got to have notes on everybody, man. Because yeah, even as I've built up my client base, I've had to change my systems. I can't just have people messaging me on WhatsApp anymore. Now I have to use an app, and everybody has to have their notes, and everybody has to have their file because you can't remember everything and all the lists of foods that clients can eat and what foods they're allergic to and what foods they're sensitive to and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you can't remember all that, right?
I don't even believe some of these coaches actually coach all their clients, if I'm being honest.
They don't.
I don't,
Yeah.
I've also
Well, they
heard
don't.
stories. Yeah. I've also heard stories. Man, when people start talking about, 100 clients, no problem. I'm like, okay. Like, what are we talking about here? 100? How? How can you do that? Unless you're like really like, some coaches are like just a hermit. They don't.
It's hard work,
Do-
man. Yeah, it's like all day, every day.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
James
It's-
Atlas, I think, the American bikini coach.
Yeah,
James Atlas, I think his name is, the bikini
Yeah.
guy. He has like
Yeah.
300 pros
yeah.
and charging $700 for a prep, huh? He's making
Yeah, exactly.
crazy,
Damn.
sponsoring all the shows, and
Yeah.
he's doing
I
really
mean,
well.
At some
Doing
point, you
really
obviously
well.
have to delegate some of that work to co-coaches, etc. Right? You can't be expected to be writing thousands of emails every single day all on your own. Maybe some guys do, but I know a lot of the smarter coaches, they will have co-coaches or other coaches that work for them that people will then, you know, whether you get traded off to them or whether you know who you're working with when you sign up. I guess that's to be determined, right? But yeah.
Well, I saw Matt Jansen just made a post about that he's hiring more
Yeah.
coaches for his team. You saw that one? I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't know.
Well,
I didn't
I
know he
know,
had a
like,
coaching
I got,
team.
I got a couple of my buddies that, you know, a couple of my classic buddies here, they work with some of his coaches like Cameron Cheek and these kind of guys. So,
I like
you know, I
Cameron.
think it's just, yeah.
Chiefs. Right.
It's within the same philosophy. So it's like the Camp Jansen, like you're not working with Matt, but you're working with his philosophies and his programming style and stuff like that. So I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
All right. Last
I'd love to
question,
do
Joe.
that one day. Sure.
Joe, you got to go.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
Gotta eat.
My client's at 3:30.
All right. So I'm gonna do one more question. Wait, do I approach the? Does your nutrition change during a cruise? That's boring.
No, it shouldn't.
My food, if I start getting like soft, my food might go down very slightly. That's about it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I would rather be 5 pounds lighter than be the same weight but a lot softer. You know,
Depends.
in cruise. Yeah, it depends where you're at too and how you hold it.
Yeah.
Typically, Compton will take off a little bit of that softness in water so that by the next time you jump back on, you guys can get back to it. But it just depends
Yeah.
what you're looking like.
Speaking of Compton,
Yeah. I was gonna say, especially during your cruise, if you just stay tight on your diet, you don't eat like an asshole, you train, you do your cardio, like you just keep everything else the same. You might even just drop a little bit of water weight and look a little bit harder. You don't necessarily have to look softer just because you're off. It's like it's in the mindset, right? It's like, oh, I'm off. I'm gonna look like shit. I'm gonna feel like shit. Like fucking hate when clients say that. Like, I'm on 500 milligrams, bro. I'm feeling down. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Prime Justin Compton versus Martin Fitzwater.
Well, I mean,
I think Justin's got him.
I think Justin.
They actually have pretty similar physiques. I would say obviously Compton was bigger, especially like in the arms and shoulders. I want to say Martin's legs might be bigger, but I don't think they actually are. I think Justin's just upper body was bigger. I think conditioning is close. I think Martin has better peaks, but condition is pretty similar. Martin peaks better. I think Justin. I think Justin.
So crazy, man.
Well, okay, put like this. If Justin had like peaked the way he wanted to peak, he would hands down win. But because he hasn't, if we just go by the looks we already see, it will be super close, actually. Right?
What
but Justin's
highest placing?
The Olympia.
I think 8th. But he was 10th. But he was way off from how he looked earlier that year. Okay. I think once again,
what year
coaching
was this?
2016.
So it was Rolly Winkler, Sean Roden, Phil Heath, William Borak, It was very, very high level.
Yes.
Also, he was 25 years old coaching himself. He's a great coach, obviously, but when you're coaching yourself with that pressure, he's never been there. He doesn't know that you're going to go on 3 hours later. There's so much that you don't know, and you're coaching yourself, and you're 25. So if he was 3 years later, if at 28, would probably, because Martin is 28, I believe, it would be obviously like a different story as well. So some things are off timeline wise, but I think Justin had more potential. I think
him and Dallas McCarver for me were like the who should have been
those like 2 weeks out photos.
Yeah, I remember
2 weeks out. It says 2 weeks out from the 2014 Orlando Pro. Those are some like crazy pictures.
Yeah. When those came out, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And that's not the Mofuda lighting. That's just regular living room.
That's why it's like I find that so impressive. It's just.
But it was his muscle bellies. He got that good black.
That's what it was, man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like
that's
those.
We want to see, we want to see the white guys with the black genetics, Still,
to this day.
Those fucking
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like
man.
What
crazy.
the hell, man? Like
Kevin Leone, Phil Heath style,
Seriously,
well, he still has that. Like he's smaller, but he still has those muscle bellies. It's genetics. But yeah, I definitely think Compton had more potential. Obviously, he was younger when he retired, and he didn't actually see it through. At this point, Martin is further along. Obviously, like I said, he's been doing it for longer. He's older. But I think Justin had more potential. Yeah, if I'm being honest.
I remember training with Justin even after he retired, like in 2019, and he was still. I was like, I can't even imagine how big he was. I was like, he's this big now. If he was bigger than this, that's like. I was a little smaller too, but it's like it's always like that perspective, right? It's like that's not even him at maximum. So your mind just thinks like at maximum it'd be crazy.
All right, Joe. Yes, sir.
Peace out, brother.
Great talking to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Next time.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
I gotta go eat too. You want to do one? You want to sign off? Might as well sign off now.
Let's go eat. Save those questions for next time.
Exactly. But guys, appreciate y'all for coming on. AJ, shout out AJ. Thanks for coming on. Rob, I haven't seen you for a while. It was nice catching up. Definitely want to have y'all back on when y'all got time, brother. All right, y'all.
Okay, boys.
Sir.